house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes, the house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this speech a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
This is the Big Easy Bets podcast, and I am your host, Logan. With me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
Guess who's back? Back again. Von Brick is back. Tell a friend.
Also back with us again, Justin the Russian Concussion Mascaro. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
And Joseph Ascani, how are you?
What up, what up?
All right, not the week we wanted. We'll get straight into that. College football, at least. NFL, very good week, which we'll get into the whole recap very soon. First things first, again, big thank you to the WPBN guys, the Wolfpack Broadcast Network. We hopped on their stream again. Didn't go super well for me. I don't remember what yours were. What'd you go?
1-1.
1-1. I went 1-1. Pushed with Pitt. Check out their stream. Really good broadcast. Really good presentation that they have going. We should be on again this Friday. But yeah, episode 124. College football week 3, NFL week 2. Saints got a huge win.
Yeah.
A fucking huge win that we had to have. Those are the games that piss me off the most because it's like those are the games that, well, one, it's a divisional game, but it's a game you should win, and it's a game that we'll be sitting at the end of the year watching. That's what I was saying. We'll watch the Rams and the Niners and be like, fuck, we really need the Niners here so we can squeak into the playoffs. Or in years past when we needed so-and-so to win to get the number 1 seed. And it's like, I remember we needed Seattle one year, and Pete Carroll wouldn't run it from the fucking 1-yard line.
Yeah.
We needed, last year we needed whatever, either the Niners or the Rams, one of the two to win to get into the playoffs. I feel like we just kept dropping games that we shouldn't drop and then leaving our fate up to somebody else. So that comeback was incredible. I posted, all of y'all need to go out and delete your Jameis posts because people were fucking dragging Jameis Winston through the mud. There was a few plays I felt where he was holding on to the ball too long, but for the most part, it was the offensive line for me. I mean, what were your thoughts? What were the struggles? Just knocking Russ off?
Yeah, play calling was bad. I mean, the offensive line struggled. That was what I thought was slowing us down.
Alvin Kamara got banged up a little bit. So he played limited snaps. They're saying he should be good to go, but we also signed Latavius Murray to the practice squad. So I don't like that. That's not a good sign. But yeah, I mean, I think we saw a glimpse of what the offense is capable of on those last 2 drives. You saw Olave got it started. Olave got it started with a couple out routes and then started feeding Jarvis Landry, and then Michael Thomas just took the fuck over. So Michael Thomas just ate A.J. Terrell's lunch. We've seen him. I'm not a believer in A.J. Terrell. Like, call me biased because of the national championship game where Jamar Chase torched him. They're trying to call him like a top 5 corner in the league. I don't fucking think so.
Corner's the hardest position in football. You could be the top 5, you're gonna get torched. Look at Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. No, the best of the best. I mean, I don't know. I don't recall seeing Darrell Revis get fucking torched that much. I don't know about you, but I feel like Jalen Ramsey gets torched. Yeah, I mean, maybe here and there, but like Jalen Ramsey, the last time he played the fucking Buccaneers, Mike Evans torches him to allow them to stay in the game.
Right.
I feel like Jalen Ramsey gets caught fucking slipping quite a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like a win like that's what I kept saying. A win like that is more beneficial than if you walk in and beat them by 30, in my opinion. You find out about your team. You don't roll over. To claw back in, it's kind of like LSU, like I said with Florida State. To put a comeback like that together, although it didn't go their way, to put a comeback like that together tells you something about your team. You're going to fight. You're not going to roll over there when shit gets tough. And then Lutz doinks one, then comes back, hits a clutch field goal. The referees tried to fuck us. What was the spike play? He was fucking touched down in bounds with Jarvis Landry on the sideline, and then Jameis spikes the ball, and it was a 10-yard penalty, and I thought it was going to be a 10-second runoff.
Intentional grounding.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He was touched down in bounds. The clock should have been running.
Who, Olave?
No, Jarvis Landry. First play of that drive, he throws a fucking gorgeous ball, in the double coverage that only Jarvis could go get it, snatches it out the air. Well, Jarvis gets touchdown inbounds, but then he gets up and starts running and gets pushed out of bounds as well.
I think it was because we weren't set.
No. They're saying that the clock was stopped. So it's intentional grounding. You can't spike it when the clock is stopped. But the clock should not have been stopped.
He was in bounds.
Yes, he was touched inbounds.
Oh, I thought they called him in.
No, they're saying he went out.
Oh.
But he's clearly touched inbounds.
Yeah.
I saw it live. That's why I was. And then he gets up and sprints to the line of scrimmage. If the clock stopped, why is he sprinting to go give the official the ball? That's a fucking miscue on their part and nearly really hurt us. Luckily, the very next play, they go to Michael Thomas or somebody over the middle and it doesn't matter. And then the Marshawn Lattimore hit. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're going to take the game into your own hands as an official and dictate the outcome drastically.
Yeah.
You gave them a field goal opportunity when it was a Hail Mary heave. That was fucking horrendous. He got pushed by the other guy. Like, I get it. It's always the guy who retaliates, and Lattimore should be smarter in that situation. But don't throw your fucking flag there. Like, know the time of the game. That's not worthy of a flag, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Jawan Johnson hurdle? I think it was Terrell.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was pretty cool.
Well, when we were watching it, I was like, he wasn't even like diving. He just
No,
jumped over a man standing straight up. No, yeah, that was
it
extremely
landed
impressive.
like in full stride, you know? Like,
yeah. No, yeah, sometimes they'll get tripped up and like land on their head. Yeah, he fucking just walked right out of it. Yeah, no, that was impressive. He was standing like almost directly up. He just walked up to him and jumped over him. All in all, I felt like the defense, it was a subpar performance from the defense and still able to get it done. I think the offense showed us a glimpse of what they're capable of. The fucking Mark Ingram Wildcat call for the 2-point conversion was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, when they lined up, I said, what the hell are they trying
That's
to
a
do?
dumb
Right?
well, you're guaranteeing them what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're saying it. I couldn't believe it. Like, especially when we just marched down there and you got Olave on the out route, which is like his fucking patented route. He ran it all throughout college. It's like you could have done anything, but we've had so much success with that in that game with Taysom Hill. Why would you not put Taysom in and at least give the possibility of he could throw it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I couldn't believe that. I would love to hear the answer. And I even tweeted out, I was like, the fact that we made this incredible comeback win is going to take the heat off of Pete Carmichael, and he's not going to have to answer that question. That was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Nearly cost us the game. I really would like to get an answer from that. I could not believe that. But all in all, a win is a win. It's always hard to win against your division. Atlanta always seems to play us tough, at least one out of the 2 games. So to go on the road and get the win, first game of the year, got to knock some rust off. I was happy with it, and now we have a fucking huge one, week 2. So we'll see. We'll get into that, obviously, as we go. But, all right, best and worst of the week. We'll do best of the week. My best that I saw was Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
Tapping out Tony Ferguson.
That was going to be part of my best.
Basically to ride off into the sunset. I got so much respect for Tony Ferguson, though, too.
Yeah, I do as well.
He's a savage, dude. His post-fight press conference was really cool, too. I always watch those. He took it in stride. But, yeah, it was cool to see. Yeah, he kind of got fucked. He got the short end of the stick a little bit. I feel like it worked out better for Nate in the end because he would have got fucking ragdolled by Hamzat. I mean, let's be honest. But, yeah, that was the best thing I saw. If that's the end of his career in the UFC, it was a remarkable one, always entertaining. So that was the best thing I saw this week. What was the best thing you saw?
Well, it's part of that because Saturday didn't go well, so I was in the middle of watching my lock, New Mexico State. It's the last game on, and at that point I was 1-5-1.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep at halftime. It was 17-0, and then I woke up and it was it was 20-13,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the ball and they were moving the ball down the field with
Yeah.
a chance to win the game.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on it.
And then I was up for the fight as well, so
Yeah.
it was more of a waking up to excitement than
Yeah.
being doomed.
All right, Joseph, what was the best thing you saw this week?
That was good, and Nate Diaz. I liked seeing Brian Kelly has a good sense of humor. He brought the
$10.
$10 bill into the
Yeah, I
to the
tweeted at
press
that. I
conference.
tweeted
thought
at
that. Was
that.
funny.
I tweeted at that reporter. I was like, "So you gonna show up early today? Like you beat a team
Yeah.
by 70. Are you gonna make it on
Right.
time, or are you gonna show up early?"
Right.
All right, Justin, what was the best thing you saw?
It was actually today. I saw that Netflix announced that the Redeem Team is going to have a documentary come out October 7th.
The Redeem team?
That's the one
08.
with like LeBron,
Oh,
Dwayne Wade,
that's
Kobe,
awesome.
Okay.
all them.
That is cool.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, Netflix is doing those Untold documentaries. The one about Manti Te'o was their Untold series. They're doing one on Johnny Manziel, which is probably going to be really good.
Yeah.
When does that? When does the Redeem
October
team?
7th.
Nice.
All right, the worst thing I saw this week, I'm going to play you a soundbite. It fucking takes the cake. It is worse than Jake Paul's baseball swing by far. It takes a fucking cake.
I was really confused because Appalachia is definitely not a state.
This is
Sure
Texas
enough, I
A&M's
found them, and they're located
Yell Rally.
deep,
Have you seen this?
and I mean
Just listen to it.
deep
Just listen to it.
in the backwoods. Just like you would think any hillbilly college that names themselves the Mountaineers.
They do this
I
yell
just
at the end of
hope
everything.
That these
They
guys
go,
will get here
"Woo!"
tomorrow, all right?
And they like put their
Because I
leg
know
behind
for
their
a
leg
fact
and go like
that
this.
half of their football team
It's horrible.
can barely even read the name on their jerseys, let alone read a map.
That
It's
yell.
a shame that the only 2 brain cells that all these guys have left are going to get knocked out by our wrecking crew defense tomorrow.
They got fucking shit on by A&M.
The fans don't really want to cheer. They're
No,
just there, like,
no. They had a video.
They were
It's
going
weird
crazy?
as fuck. So they have like their male cheerleaders are like the pride of like Texas A&M. It's weird. They're called yell leaders. They're fucking losers for one. It's this huge pep rally. At one point, they're like square dancing and shit, and like doing some fucking backwoods Texas shit.
But that's the shit. He's
But there's
making
like
fun
another
of.
dude who gets up there. There's another dude who gets up there on the mic and is talking like they're just. It's so fucking corny. And Texas A&M keeps like Barstool posted it. They contacted them and said you have to take it down. Like they keep trying to pull it. And there's this one guy who's made like 30 different accounts and just keeps posting the video again. That's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. Appalachian State beat them outright. Unfortunately, you were on A&M, but beat them outright after their fucking pep rally where they're just blatantly like calling them hillbillies, calling them fucking having no brain cells to get embarrassed like that. It was you got to go find the video. It was the cringiest shit I've ever watched. Like there's some videos that you can watch and you can feel uncomfortable. Like you feel like embarrassed. You're in a room by yourself and you're like,
Jesus.
yeah, like I'm just going to turn this off. The worst thing I saw this week by far was that. Absolutely. What was the worst thing you saw?
I'm sticking to my bets. Ground patty. Hobbled ass leg trying to win us the damn game.
Mm-hmm.
He freaking throws the game tying touchdown on one leg. It's an incredible throw and catch because it was highly contested. But then it was just like you felt like we had zero chance in overtime to score.
Yeah.
With him at quarterback. So
Joseph, what
that
was the worst
sucked.
thing you saw this week?
Jake Paul saying he would slap the Stockton out of Nate Diaz.
Oh God.
I'm just sick and tired.
I mean, in a boxing match, like
right, he might.
I mean, he might win the boxing match, but Nate's. I mean, in an
He's just
actual
getting old.
fight,
He's fighting a 47-year-old Anderson Silva. It's like
I think that might be a kind of competitive.
it doesn't
fight.
matter. Can you fight a boxer?
No, he doesn't want to.
If he
'cause
wants to
then-
be a boxer, then
well,
fight a boxer.
But it's like Anderson beat who was it?
Cesar
some
Chavez
Junior. Yeah. Like, didn't he knock him out?
I
No.
think it was a dominant win.
Okay. So yeah, it's his toughest opponent by far. But yeah, no, once he fights a real boxer, then the shtick's over and all of that. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, no, it's aggravating. It is. He's
Getting
just
old.
he's not a likable person, obviously. Justin, what was the worst thing you saw this week?
Probably going back to last night, Broncos getting down to the 1 or 2 and fumbling it twice.
All right, we got to stop doing best and worst on games that we're gonna recap. I'm putting that rule in now because that's all we're gonna get to all of that.
Oh, you looking at me?
I'm looking.
Look at Justin's bitch asses.
Yeah, that's all shit that we're gonna talk about. Were you on the Broncos?
No.
Yeah, then it wasn't the worst
I
thing.
didn't
It was the
even
worst thing
know
I fucking
You
saw.
were on the Broncos.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
wasn't the
add
worst thing he saw. It was the worst thing I fucking saw.
Did you add that game?
No, I didn't bet.
Oh,
the
because
Broncos.
you
I still
seemed
root
really
for you guys
pissed
to
too.
win, though.
Well, what the hell is it called?
Live bet.
Where you pick them and then you go on a streak.
Eliminator?
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Oh, the
Survival?
challenge.
Survivor
Oh,
challenge.
Yeah.
I
we
picked
did.
the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well. We both just first time doing a survivor pool. We lose fucking week 1.
Yeah.
Was that Alex Survivor?
Oh, wait.
No.
Fuck, I did too.
Yeah.
That was one of my 3.
Yeah, I only did 1.
Damn, I lost 2 of my 3.
I did 49ers and Broncos. I did 2 of them.
But yeah, fuck that. That wasn't that was the worst thing I saw, which we'll get to it. But yeah, all right. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think safe to say, I said at the end of last week that somebody was going to be over 500 in college football. That was false. We are not. We had a fucking not good week. My week was extremely frustrating, though, specifically in college football. So I'll start from the top. Boise State minus 16.5 on Thursday. They cover by a half point. Shouldn't have even been that close, but they give up a 100-yard kick return with like a couple minutes left and fucking give them the ball right back. It was almost a disaster. Saturday, Alabama minus 20. Bad pick. Honestly, Alabama loses if Quinn Ewers doesn't get hurt. Alabama looked like dog shit, committing uncharacteristic penalties. Texas's defense played really well, but then Quinn Ewers done for in the first half, and it got rough for him from there. But the defense played really well. I was impressed. I do feel like if Quinn Ewers doesn't get hurt, Texas probably wins that football game outright. I feel like it's hard to say otherwise. Arkansas, South Carolina under 53.5. Looked like it was okay in the very halfway through the second quarter, and then shit just opened up. Not a good pick. Pitt plus 7, like Nick said. We push here. It was a crazy game. Went to overtime. I said it was too many points for Pitt at home, which it was. Keaton Slovis gets hurt early. They got to go to the backup, who also gets hurt, makes a heroic play on a bum leg to tie the game. It didn't go to overtime.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
We were
I was
unlucky.
fucking putting the mailbox up. Lindsay's got me out there putting the mailbox up while this shit's going on.
We
I'm
were
watching on my
unlucky
phone.
that Pitt didn't get the ball first
Yes.
because they would have just had to settle for a field goal, and then
Mhm.
Tennessee would have probably won with a touchdown.
Yeah.
Instead, Tennessee scored first.
Yeah, if Keaton Slovis doesn't get hurt, they cover this number. Keaton Slovis, he had some questionable throws, but he was way more capable than Patty was. Even
But once
before
he got injured, it was like there was no chance.
Yeah. You talking about Patty or
Yeah.
Slovis? Yeah. Well, but there was a chance though, because he even we were still right there with him on the bad leg. That touch, it was an improbable touchdown. We got a little lucky on that one, but
you just
still.
felt. I was like, once they won the toss, I was like,
yeah, no, 100%. Stanford plus 9, and I also had the over against USC. This one really, really frustrated me because this was a good pick. I told y'all I'm the guy who fucking I feel like a bet can lose and it be the right bet. 9-point underdogs. They lost by fucking 14, I think. It was 2 scores. They got the ball inside the 5-yard line twice. The first time they throw a touchdown, and then they go back and review it. He toe taps in the back corner. They go back and review it, and the very back part of his fucking cleat maybe touches the white line. The ruling on the field was touchdown, and they overturned it and said that he stepped out. His toes hit first, and then his heel barely comes down. There's no way you could say for a fact that was out of bounds. You got to stick with the call on the field.
Tell?
No, it was so like they slow motioned it, fucking zoomed in. You could not say for sure. Both announcers were split. They're like, well, I think you see some green, and then it's like, oh, I don't know, it's pretty close. It's like, yeah, so stick with the call on the field. Touchdown is what the call should be. They lose 28-41. So what? Fucking 13 points. So that touchdown gets taken off the board. That was on like first or second down, so they still have it. Well, then they go throw the other way, tip ball, interception. They get the ball back, or they get it back after USC scores because they can't be fucking stopped. March right down the field. Like I said, I thought Stanford would have success on the ground, and they did. They had over 200 yards rushing. But goddamn, Emmitt Smith's son can't hold on to the fucking football and fumbles on the 1-yard line as they get down inside the 5 again. Either one of those fucking get in, and we cover the number. Overhit, and it was closer than it should have been. There was 14 points left off the fucking field. McKee didn't have the best game in the world. I was expecting him to have a little bit more success, but this USC defense is not that good. I've watched USC every game now. McKee was 20 of 35, 220 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. 1 pick was tipped. They ran for over 221 yards, though. So, that it was really frustrating because we should have covered the number there. The over did hit. Then I had Arizona State, Oklahoma State over 57.5. Arizona State, which Joseph hopped on this with me. Arizona State had the ball late game, had to put one drive together to go hit the over, and they couldn't do it. Emory Jones is trash. BYU minus 3.5. This was my lock of the week. You had to stay up really late for this one. The game ended at 1:30. You were up watching it, right?
Yeah.
Because you said you woke back up. I was struggling for a little bit there. I was dozing off, but I had my iPad. I was watching it, and Lindsay's asleep, Breeze is asleep, and I'm up once for like the last couple drives of the fourth quarter, and then the entire overtime. I was standing up, like I'm like I got to get the fuck up. I got to watch. So, incredible game though.
Yeah, really
Got really fortunate to cover the number because it went back and forth a couple times in overtime.
Yeah.
So it ended up going to the second overtime, and it worked out to where, I remember we were texting about it, and I was like, this or that needs to happen, have a chance to cover the number. It's probably going to be a push. And then it ended up working out. BYU got the ball first, scored a touchdown, go up 7, and then got the stop. So 3, 4, and 1 on the week. You've pushed a game every week, which is remarkable. I've pushed 2 now. That brings me to 9, 10, and 2, and 2, 0, and 1 of my locks of the week. Really frustrating, but I had to like tell myself because I felt good going into these games, and I feel like I had 2.
I feel like nobody really did good this week.
No. Oh, you
not
saying
many,
just,
not even out of us. I mean, just everybody.
No,
out
you'd be
there.
hard pressed to find somebody who like felt confident going in and like hit their bets
Right.
like, at a high clip. So it was a tough week for everybody, but I did feel good going in. I feel like I got fucking kind of jobbed on a couple of them. So I had to like make sure. Like sometimes you want to like reassess and like, all right, I got to look at this differently. Like you start feeling squirrely, but it's like we're nowhere near that territory yet. I'm gonna just stay the course. I felt good about it. I just feel like shit didn't bounce my way, which shit definitely didn't bounce your way. So
Yeah. Vanderbilt plus 13.5. They lost by 20 to Wake Forest. Sam Hartman was really good. It was raining.
you added that in
Yeah.
on the record?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sam Hartman was threw for 4 touchdowns in his first game back. It was raining. The quarterback for Vanderbilt, Mike, what's his name?
Mike Wright.
Mike Wright struggled with the rain. He ended up getting pulled, and actually the other guy kind of gave us an outside chance to backdoor it, but they ended up coming up short. So lost that one. South Carolina plus 8.5. Arkansas is really good up front. I was surprised by the mismatch that they had in the trenches, especially with them running the football. Rattler, though, is the same old guy.
Yeah. He's not it.
Arkansas's secondary was susceptible, and that's why I went with South Carolina here. But
he missed so many deep ball throws.
oh my God. And the interception in the end zone late in the
Yes.
game, that would have shored up the cover for us.
Yes.
It's just frustrating that game because I was losing everything to start.
Yeah.
I went lost my first 5, I think.
I haven't had a good start to a Saturday yet.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking annoying because it sets the tone. I keep finishing well, which is good. I guess you'd rather finish better than you start. But I wouldn't mind starting good one of these fucking
Right.
days and like not hating my fucking Saturday.
Yeah, there was 2 3-possession favorites this weekend that lost outright, and I was on both of them. Texas A&M minus 18.5 against Appalachian State.
And Wisconsin.
And then Wisconsin, this game was kind of a funny game because Wisconsin is the much better team here.
Yeah.
They just had misfortune. There was an instance where they were up 4. I think the fourth quarter just started. They got an interception, and you felt like the game, when he catches it, you're like, all right, we have a chance now, and Wisconsin's going to take over. And the receiver that they were throwing to got pushed out of bounds, but fought back in bounds and come from behind and stripped it out. And then Washington State recovered it. And since then, Washington State never lost the momentum.
Yeah.
Liberty plus 6.5. UAB ran the ball all over them in the first half, and I also was on the over. But UAB couldn't capitalize in the red zone, and Liberty struggled as well. They were both a combined 2 for 6, scoring at all in the red zone. 220 rushing yards by UAB in the first half.
Yeah.
And they only scored, I think, 7 or 14 points for the whole game. So that's why we didn't hit the over. And then New Mexico State, I told you about this one. I woke up, they started the ginger, but Pavia was the
They
one that
did?
saved the day this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pavia
man.
came off the bench and was doing it all himself, running it.
No, yeah,
throwing
he
it.
showed flashes in that first game. I was like, we have a fucking chance with this dude
Yeah.
against Nevada. And then it was like, I mean, he was on the unfortunate side of a couple tipped interceptions, but he also threw some atrocious fucking decisions. Like, so yeah, but I mean, with the legs, he's tough. He'll take a hit. Like, he's got fucking spunk. That's what I was saying. But he kind of sucks. So, but got it done for you.
He does.
So you went what on the week?
2-5-1.
2-5-1, but you did hit your lock. Justin, you went 2-3 on the week. You got any takeaways?
Yeah, we had pretty opposite games. Like I wasn't on any of the ones that y'all were on. UCF on.
Well, you were really only. You were on 3 games.
Yeah.
With multiple on 2 of them.
Yeah. So Friday night we had UCF. That game was just, it sucked just because it kept looking like UCF wanted to like get going and then they just never could. So they ended up losing 20-14. And then Boston College, that was just a bad one. Jerkovich or whatever, he fucking sucked. So then Oregon State, they played Fresno State, 2 good football teams. I like Fresno, I like Oregon State. Overhit, Oregon State won 35-32. But yeah, Fresno's a good team.
But they lost.
Yeah, but I mean they're still pretty good.
I like Hayner, but they used to have that guy Ronnie Rivers. He's not there anymore.
The running back.
Yeah, he was good. He's not there anymore.
They have good talent at wide receiver, I remember.
Yeah. All right, Joseph, you had another rough go of it, 1-3, but you hit your lock.
Yeah, that's,
It was a good call too. You went against the grain.
Yeah,
Money was on the over. Sharp money was on the over. You said I'm taking the under. There was like 17 points.
Yeah, that takes balls to make that pick.
well, I mean that's what I predicted.
Yes.
13-10, 13-7. I think it ended
I
up.
thought it was
10-7.
10-7. Yeah.
So right around there.
Well, let's not.
No,
let's not get
it's
crazy.
just it's nice to.
He's like, yeah.
It's nice to
told
have
y'all it was
something
gonna
look
happen.
good.
No, yeah, I
There's
was.
been
I was
nothing
pulling
that
for
looks
you.
good about this. So it's
I
nice to
agree.
have one thing that looks good.
I agree. I was pulling for you. I was watching it. I was okay. Good call. We're like 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's 10-7. I'm like,
Yeah.
should be okay, but you never know.
The first 2, Ohio State and Alabama, probably were bad picks. Obviously, Alabama was.
Well, no. Obviously, Ohio State was too many points.
Yeah, it's too many
In
points.
hindsight, Alabama's a bad pick. But going into that,
You don't think that way, but
I didn't like, and I'm not harping on your picks. I felt like 43.5 was way too many
it
points.
was too many. I don't know
So,
what I was thinking.
But I mean,
I could have gone 2-2. Just score another fucking touchdown, dude.
for
The over I hopped on you with.
yeah.
I mean, it would have been nice to go even once in college.
Well,
Got
Well, it's
another
only
chance.
3 weeks
Yes.
in. It's
Yeah,
only 3
it'll
weeks
happen.
in. There's only fucking 10 weeks, all right?
we're only 2 weeks in.
There's
Only 2
15 weeks
weeks.
at least.
Yeah. And then there's bowl season.
I'm not betting on these
Wake
fucking
up.
bowls. I can't
40
even win these
40
games. You think I
bets,
could win a
dude.
bowl game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
It's not that much different. If anything, it could be a little easier. But yeah, I mean, you went 1-3. That brings you to 2-11-1. 1-2 in your locks of the week, though. You broke through in your locks.
Got a lock in there.
You broke through in your locks. I'll say it before. I said it before. I'll say it again. Take Joseph's picks
Yeah.
with a grain of salt.
Please, now I'm saying it. I'm looking at the camera. Please take them with a grain of salt.
But yeah, so got another chance. At first glance, I didn't really like this slate. I like it a little bit more. I was really looking at it today. But the matchup, there's not any like marquee matchups really.
Yeah. This
Could-
one is full of rat traps.
Could Michigan have fucking scheduled an easier like? But I was looking at the only tough game really. Like if say they're remote like nearly as good as they were last year. The only test they have is Ohio State at the very end of the year. They have Penn State, which they should beat Penn State, and then they have Michigan State. But other than that, they've played Colorado State, Hawaii. They have UConn, Maryland, Iowa's trash, Indiana's trash, Rutgers is trash, Nebraska's trash, Illinois is trash. And then they play Ohio State.
Where's the Penn State game at?
The Penn State game is at home. Michigan State at home.
Yeah.
Then they have to go to Ohio State, which I thought they just did that, but I guess they'll do it again. But that's like the easiest schedule in the fucking country. at least for a damn top 5 team.
Yeah, but then they'll have to win the Big Ten.
Well, definitely, but at least Alabama just went to Texas. Like, not to mention the SEC schedule's way more difficult. But yeah, anyway, I noticed that and I was like, okay, what is that? All right, Friday. Does anybody have Friday games? You got 2 games to pick from.
No.
I do
No?
not.
No.
I do. I'm going Florida State versus Louisville. Louisville sits at 2.5. Louisville's 2.5-point underdogs. Over/under is 54.5. We saw Florida State firsthand, obviously, in the Dome. The main thing that stood out to me was their ability to move the chains and Jordan Travis's ability to extend plays with his legs, but also their ability to get pressure into the backfield. They had 4 sacks, 6 tackles for loss. Louisville's not efficient on third down and never has been with Cunningham. They were 4-14 against UCF. They had a lot of success running the ball, 226 yards on the ground. Cunningham had 121 of those yards. Contain Cunningham, win the game. I'm taking Florida State minus 2.5. Smells fishy. It's a little fishy, but I think that we've said it, and I do believe it, that this is the best team that Norvell's had at Florida State. So I think that you kind of know what you're going to get from Cunningham, the ability to run inaccurate throws. I think that Florida State could get after him, get into the backfield, make life difficult, and then why are you laughing?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what's going on in my head.
All righty.
I'm on this game.
I just asked if you were on a Friday.
It's my lock.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
you're-
just laughing. That's
you're
all.
rolling with Cunningham, huh?
Nick's watching movies in his fucking head.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm taking Florida State minus 2.5. All right, what's your first Saturday game?
New Mexico State at Wisconsin. Wisconsin 37.5-point favorites. Wisconsin should be able to run it all over them. Mertz is playing good enough, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't really see New Mexico State getting any stops against Wisconsin as long as the starters are in. So I see a touchdown every drive. And then I really don't see New Mexico State scoring any points at all. I think it'll be even hard for them to get first downs. So I think Wisconsin's probably going to shut them out. I'm going with Wisconsin minus 21.5 in the first half, and I'm going with Wisconsin minus 37.5 for the full game.
What is the over-under?
40-something, 49,
46 and a half.
46,
46.5, and they're how many point favorites?
37.5.
Okay.
So
yeah,
they
I mean,
clearly don't think-
realistically, yeah, New Mexico should.
This is like the biggest mismatch one of the biggest mismatches you can make. I mean, Wisconsin's not, in the tier of being the best schools right now, but as far as the way they match up, I don't think that you can find a bigger mismatch right now.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to how much does Wisconsin just run the ball, but I mean, I think the weakness of New Mexico State's their secondary, from what I've seen. So that should bode well for Mertz, who fucking struggles, but
And their run defense isn't really.
well, none of their defense is good, but
Yeah.
I think the worst of anything is their secondary. Their secondary is fucking horrendous. If you have enough time to even remotely do a double move, the guy's wide open. So, all right, my first one, Georgia, South Carolina. Georgia's 24-point favorites. I'm going to take the dogs. I don't like Spencer Rattler.
No, he's really bad.
They were able to put up a little more points than I was hoping against Arkansas, but you're not going to have anywhere near those chances. But the main thing was that their defense looked fucking atrocious. Would they give up 44 points to Arkansas that wants to just run the ball? Georgia should be able to get anything that they want. It was 24.5. It came down to 24. So I'm gonna take them there. Georgia was 9 of 10 on third down against Oregon, and they scored on their first 7 consecutive drives. We keep waiting for Rattler to put it together even a little bit. I don't think it's going to happen ever, and it's certainly not going to happen this week. It's a really big number. It's not my lock, but I'm going to take Georgia 24. After what they did to Oregon, is South Carolina better than Oregon?
I don't know. I was just so
South
surprised.
Carolina is basically Oregon, in my opinion. You got Bo Nix, you got Spencer Rattler. They're both.
I mean, Rattler's not going to be able to do anything. So
Yeah, and it comes down to I felt like South Carolina's secondary was giving up a lot. So, but they
Yeah.
also couldn't stop the run at all. But I mean,
that was the biggest thing, was that they couldn't tackle.
yeah,
And the push that Arkansas was getting was like, that was supposed to be the strength of South Carolina, was their defensive line, and then they just get manhandled for the whole game. It was just a big surprise.
And it's a big step up. I understand Arkansas led the SEC in rushing last year and probably will again, but it's a step up when you go against Georgia. So if you're getting manhandled by anybody other than Georgia, you're going to really get manhandled against Georgia. So it's a lot of points. It's a road game. I'm still going to take it. 24 points. Give me the Dogs. Joseph, what's your first game on Saturday?
Oklahoma minus 10.5 over Nebraska. I know it's a home game, and Scott Frost is gone now. Mickey Johnson steps in, and look at Nebraska last week against Georgia Southern. They gave up 409 passing yards and 233 yards on the ground. Their defense is absolutely horrific. We saw it against Northwestern week 1. We were all on Nebraska. They just shit the bed. Their defense is terrible. It feels weird that it feels like the line's too low. So that kind of sketches me out a little bit. But Oklahoma's better than 10.5 points. There's no doubt about it in my mind.
I see 11.5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, on your thing?
I have it at 11.5. I'm
It's
on this game
11
as
and
well.
a half. Yeah. I'm going to be completely
Must have
honest.
just changed, huh?
I'm going to be completely honest. I think I'm taking Nebraska.
Yeah?
Are you taking Oklahoma?
Yeah. Mhm.
Interim head coach? Mickey Johnson, former LSU wide receiver coach?
This is the fucking raddest of raddest lines of all time.
Trap game.
There's so many rat lines out there.
Yeah,
This game screams Nebraska.
it does.
What do you mean
Yeah.
it does?
It does. That's why I said it sketches
But
me
I
out
haven't
that I
seen
got it at
Oklahoma.
10.5.
I was thinking about taking the over first, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I really think this screams fucking rally. Like coach is gone, rally around the new guy.
Right.
Mark Whipple. I like Mark Whipple. He's not gonna fucking him and Narduzzi butted heads at Pitt because Mark Whipple's a throw the ball, Kenny Pickett every play, and Narduzzi's a run it and play defense guy. So they're gonna run. They're putting up 36 points a game, and their defense is horrible. So I was certainly looking at the over 67. But this spot screams Nebraska.
Texas is supposed to have some bad weather.
Actually, yeah.
All of
Actually,
Texas.
I have it written down. I was looking at my goddamn notes. I'm like, did I not write it down? Yes. I'm on the over 66.5 in this game. I would really consider Nebraska. I won't do it because y'all are going to take Oklahoma.
Take them.
No. Because part of me was like, if it does drop, I think the line could come down. If it came down to 10, then I would consider taking Oklahoma. But because it opened way high. This line's come down a decent bit.
Yeah, it was 13.
Yeah.
It started at
So if
13
it
and a
drops
half.
all the way down to 10, I do like Dylan Gabriel a lot. They don't have the running attack like they did, like with Kennedy Brooks, but they still have Mims at wide receiver. What I have written down is Nebraska's going to be re-inspired, fired up. I like Mark Whipple calling plays. The defense is atrocious, though. Gave up nearly 500 yards. They just gave up 45 points to Georgia Southern. I love Dylan Gabriel at quarterback for Oklahoma. Kent State sat on the ball last week. That's why Oklahoma didn't cover. Kent State had the ball for 36 minutes to Oklahoma's 23 minutes. It's not Mark Whipple's nature to run the ball. He's going to throw.
Fair
Dylan
enough.
Gabriel's more than capable. So I'll take the over 66.5 because I don't think Nebraska's defense is going to all of a sudden play inspired and be like, you can play all inspired that you want. If you're trash, you're trash. I think that offensively Nebraska might have a little bit more success. So I'll take the over 66.5, but this spot 100,000% screams to take Nebraska.
Yeah, but the defense is why it's such a scary bet. Nebraska's defense
Why is that?
is why taking them is such a scary
On the
bet.
spread, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went
Well,
with
that's why
Oklahoma.
that's why I'm going over. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they just to give up fucking 500 yards to Georgia Southern.
Ridiculous.
That's
I mean, we saw it.
Yeah.
Northwestern sucks.
Yes.
But they made them look like
Yeah.
the greatest
They
show,
made Helinski look good.
the next great thing.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not on this game?
Cocksuckers, no.
Still pissed about that?
Yeah, I put my my flag in the sand on. I think this is a Nebraska bet, but we'll see. This is one of those. It just is fishy. Like it should be like a 14 point, fucking 17 point Oklahoma,
It actually opened up at 17.
and it's been bet down quite a bit.
Yeah.
If
No,
it-
there's a lot of sharp action on
Nebraska,
Nebraska.
really?
Yeah.
When you're sharp, I guess. That makes fuck. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna
It
take
is
the
sketchy.
over. All right, Justin, what's your first one for Saturday?
My first one is going to be a 2:00 game or
Okay.
2:30 game. Vanderbilt and NIU. Vanderbilt's had a pretty explosive offense so far this season behind Mike Wright and Ray Davis. They currently sit 23rd in the country in rushing yards a game and have been putting up 43 points per game. And then Rocky Lombardi on NIU is back for his senior year. He's not the greatest one, but he did throw for 2,600 yards and 15 touchdowns last year. And then both teams are giving up over 400 yards on defense. So I kind of expect this to be a shootout. So I'm going to take the over at 58.5.
Okay, I thought you were about to take Vanderbilt.
No.
Okay.
I thought you were about to take Rocky Lombardi.
Yeah. Well, I was like, Nick
Over what?
Nick just gave you the fucking dissertation on why Vanderbilt fucked him.
Yeah, both
58 and a
teams'
half.
defenses surrendering a good amount of points.
Yeah, I don't hate it. NIU's Mac, so you know they like to fucking score points.
Yeah.
Action.
Yeah, okay. I don't hate that. I thought you were about to take Vanderbilt. I was gonna say that is fucking ballsy as shit. Okay. All right. My next one. All right, BYU and Oregon.
This is one of the ones I had a question
But
about.
this one feels such like a
It does,
fucking
but
all
I'm
these.
I'm taking BYU. I was just on them. They were my lock. They're not my lock this week. I really like BYU a lot. They run the ball really well. Jaron Hall's playing very well. He seems like he's figured it out. So I'm trying not to overreact to the Georgia game for Oregon, but Bo Nix is fucking horrendous. Don't forget it. I really like BYU, like I just said. Chase Roberts has emerged at wide receiver. They were without their two starting wide receivers, Gunnar Romney and Puka Nacua. Nacua is more than likely not going to play. Gunnar Romney was a game-time decision going into Baylor, and then he didn't go. That would lead me to believe he's really close. Good chance that he's going to go against Oregon. But like I said, Chase Roberts had 8 for 122 and a touchdown against Baylor. I can't really find anything on Nacua, so I'm going to just go ahead and assume that there's no chance that he goes. I like that BYU's aggressive. They get down in 4th and short, even 4th and 3. They're going for it. They have a really good offensive line. I don't like Bo Nix. I think that Oregon got really out-muscled when they play teams that can out-muscle them. That's not their style of play. So I'm going to take BYU. This line's come down, too. I think it opened at 5.5. It's down to 3.5. So I'm going to take BYU at 3.5.
Yeah, I'm debating this one. Penn State -3, and then that Georgia one. Those are all three that I was really looking at, but I'm so hesitant to take any of them right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I at some point it's like teams are what you think they are. I
Yeah.
think so.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Georgia -24
Okay.
because I saw what South Carolina was. They have athletes, but when your quarterback can't get them the ball,
Yeah. What good is it?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I really like BYU. Jaron Hall. Like I'm not going to keep repeating the same thing over and over again, but he'll throw a risky throw here and there. But every college quarterback will. But what he's able to do mobility-wise with his legs, they can run the ball well. He incorporates into the rushing attack very well. If Romney's back, the emergence of Chase Roberts, they're going to be able to put up points. Oregon looked like a shell of themselves against Georgia. I know they came back and smashed some fucking high school team. But 3.5, I'm gonna take the points. Give me BYU 3.5. Is anybody else on this one?
No.
All right, Joseph, what is your next Saturday bet?
I just have one more before my lock. I'm going to the Carrier Dome, Purdue and Syracuse, over 58.5. It's in the Dome. Purdue loves to air it out, like Schrader. He's got some legs on him. He can run the ball well. I think that there's going to be a lot of points put up this game.
Okay. Say it one more time for me. I was looking at something.
Purdue over 58.5, Purdue and Syracuse.
Okay. Justin, what is your next Saturday one?
I'm looking for it. It's fuck, I can't find it.
You want me to go?
No, I got it. All right. It's Coastal Carolina and Buffalo. I'm taking Carolina minus 14. Coastal Carolina isn't playing the same as they were last year, obviously, but they still have McCall and they're still putting up numbers. Unfortunately, I think that they hit their ceiling with their win over Army, but Buffalo is struggling to put up points as well, and they have a terrible defense that gives up 450 yards a game. So with that being said, I'm going to take Coastal minus 14 to get back on track here.
Who did Coastal play last week?
Like fucking Holy Cross or something?
No, they played
No.
Gardner-Webb.
Gardner-Webb.
Yeah, Gardner-Webb.
They only beat them by 4.
I don't know how
Yeah.
they didn't run the ball on Gardner-Webb
Yeah.
because they ran
Why
it
do you
all
feel
over
like they
Army.
why do you feel like they hit their ceiling against Army?
Just, I mean, I don't think they're gonna. I thought that was a really good game. I mean, Army's good, and I don't really think they're gonna.
Yeah,
do-
Army played another really close one with UTSA and lost in overtime by 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it seemed Coastal looked really good in that first game, and then when I check all the scores, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
they struggled against Gardner-Webb.
Well, they're giving up over 400 yards.
Right, and then they didn't run the ball like they did against Army. It's like, well, what the hell happened?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. All right. Miami, Texas A&M. A&M's 5.5-point favorites. This spot screams to take A&M. Obviously, we know what just happened. Haynes King or Max Johnson, I don't care. I don't like either one. A&M's run game is non-existent, even in their 31-0 win over Sam Houston. They had 110 rushing yards on 32 attempts. 46 yards came from the quarterback position. Tyler Van Dyke, the quarterback for Miami, was a dark horse Heisman candidate coming in, and he has left a lot to be desired. Although efficient on third down, he really hasn't been putting up the numbers that we were expecting. It's a tough defense to try to get back on track with, but A&M's offense is 102nd in the nation. I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to that Van Dyke figures it out before A&M does. Give me Miami plus 5.5. You got to have a quarterback, and I don't like either one. Even if they go,
I think
away
they're
from
going
Haynes
with
King.
Johnson.
Yeah.
So bet on Miami if you
I
have
don't-
any brains.
I like that.
It does say, like, okay, bounce back here, get a big win.
Yeah,
you
the
probably were
spot says
overlooking
A&M.
Appalachian State, even though you saw them come back against UNC and you still overlooked them. But, yeah, that's the key here. Is like,
I mean,
they have all these athletes. They're so poorly coached. Their quarterbacks don't play well.
yeah, you got.
They're such a terrible.
You got to have production at the quarterback position.
The coaching's horrible.
Yeah,
Jimbo Fisher's an idiot.
he's got the same record as Kevin Sumlin.
He
at
sucks.
this point. So, all this. I mean, people ran Sumlin out of town. Jimbo Fisher.
At
hasn't
least you
done
could
shit.
understand someone.
So yeah, I'm taking Miami plus 5.5. What is your next one? How many more do you have?
I got one more than my lock.
I think I have 2 more than my lock.
Mississippi State -2 at LSU.
I was looking at it.
Will Rogers is hot, completing 78.6% of his passes, and he has 9 touchdowns through 2 games. And the Mississippi State defense is playing well. But laying points on the road in Tiger Stadium, I mean, I don't know about all that. I don't know if they're that good yet. So I'm going to roll with LSU here. Mississippi State, they turned the ball over 5 times in 2 games. I think that could be a problem against LSU, whose secondary to me has the potential to make plays, and I think the pass rush has a real good chance of have an impact on his game. And then you just look at the offense. I think that everybody, including the players on LSU's team, are more convinced that Jaden Daniels is the guy to roll with. So with the belief in the quarterback, I think that everybody at LSU on the team is excited to make up for the performance in the season opener.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with LSU +2.
Yeah, I want to take them. I'm going to hold off. But yeah, I mean,
This will be a disaster
what if they lose?
if we lose, yeah.
I mean, we lost to them. What, 2 years ago?
Yeah, but I think we
Opener.
won last year as underdogs.
Costello set the fucking SEC record in passing.
That was COVID.
I'm on this one as well. LSU +2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, getting points at home, I think might be the first time. I mean, they weren't even favored at home when we were at home when they had Dak Prescott. So
Yeah, I really like the secondary. I mean, they're saying they're going to move Jay Ward to the to safety, I think, and put Brooks at nickel or vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, I like Brian Kelly as an X's and O's guy. I think you can scheme for this Mike Leach offense. You know what he's going to do. So
And then Emery is done
Yes.
serving whatever academic suspension. That's going to be a factor here. It has to be because the guys we have running the ball aren't bad, but I think Emery's on a different level. And
yeah,
I think that
he'll provide a spark.
it's a long-awaited arrival that we've needed for the past couple of years.
Yeah, so his thing was he didn't have enough credit hours. I read about one of the reporters put out an article today.
Okay.
It was lacking credit hours because his mom got sick or something. Which is interesting. But yeah, okay. Are you on this one? No. Yeah, like I said, I want to take it. I'm not going to do it, though. I want to see. I think this is a good spot for Brian Kelly, though, to get back in the good graces of all the fucking
This is
morons
like
who
the
try to write
perfect
him off.
spot to just get on track
Yeah.
and get the fan base excited again.
Yeah, this will be a quality win.
Right. And then you got New Mexico, the following game.
Uh-huh.
You get a win against them, then all of a sudden you're 3-1.
Yeah,
Going on the road to play Auburn, which is a very winnable game.
100%.
So, I mean, the future could be bright for us this season,
Yeah.
but it starts this weekend.
Yeah, I like that. All right. How many more do you have before your lock? None. What about you?
I just have my lock.
Okay, I have 2 more bets. USC and Fresno State. Going back to USC again. I swear I feel like I know this team like the back of my hand. Watch them every game. Offense is fantastic. Opportunistic defense, I would say borderline a lucky defense. They've had a lot of things go their way, a lot of tip balls, a lot of fumbles, just fall right in their lap. Stanford left 14 points on the field, as I already went over, specifically from the 1-yard line. This is a defense that struggles to stop the run, 220 yards to Stanford. This, in turn, opens up the passing attack. Jake Haener threw for over 4,000 yards and 33 touchdowns. Of the 6 wide receivers on the roster, 5 are seniors, 1's a junior. USC cannot be stopped, but their defense is suspect. Points, given the over 73.5, and I'm also going to take Fresno plus 12. So I swear I feel like – and I like USC. I really like Caleb Williams. I have a fucking Caleb Williams jersey.
What's that line?
Oh, shit. I see plus 13 right here.
The point line?
Well, that's what he's saying. Oh, are you saying the over-under?
The total?
73.5.
Whoa.
12.5, I mean.
Damn.
MGM
That's
has
a
12.5.
big point total.
Whatever.
I think I bet it at 12, so
Okay.
I'll take 12. Yeah, but it's like, can fucking USC's going to more than likely drop 40.
Right.
So, and if they have to drop more because it turns into a shootout, which I think it can, it's a high number, but I think this is one of those, it's fucking college football. They can score on one play almost at will.
It's so crazy because, like, even
Jordan Addison is a fucking beast, dude. His double moves are fucking not to be fucked with. You need to have a safety over the top. So,
yeah, it's crisp.
and Caleb Williams looks good. He's making good decisions. He can run and extend plays. He can, if you play man, he's going to burn you with his feet. They have Dye from Oregon at running back who runs hard as fuck. They have a very good offense, but I'm telling you, their defense is not that good. Their defense is going to fuck them in the end. So, and it's like if you look at Stanford just lost by 13. Fresno has a better offense than Stanford, I think. So it's a different style of offense. They're not going to commit to the run, which I don't think USC can stop the run. I wish Fresno still had Ronnie Rivers, but the running back just ran for over 100 yards last week.
What's his name?
Who?
Their running back. Because
Current.
I remember when Ronnie Rivers got hurt last year, I was like, this backup's damn good.
Mims.
It might have been him.
It is Jordan Mims. He's a
Okay.
senior.
That probably was him then. But yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, against
I remember when Rivers went down last year, I was like,
and Oregon State just bitch slapped Boise. Oregon State's not a bad team. So now Oregon State does not have a bad defense as well. Haener only 1 touchdown, but threw for 360 yards. Mims he's their fucking lead back by far, had 21 carries. The next closest back had 2. So 21 carries, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But they've got guys that they can spread the ball around to. Remigio had 6 receptions. Cropper had 8. Kelly had 4. Mims had 3. Nearly had 3 guys over 100 yards receiving. But it's a veteran wide receiver room.
Yeah, Fresno's good. That was a fun game to watch, Fresno and Oregon State last week.
Haener was the one. He's been there forever. He tried to transfer, entered the transfer portal, and then came back. And he's a guy that like NFL scouts are keeping an eye on. So I think I've watched him every game. Not many people have the Pac-12 network. I pay a lot of money to be able to watch these games. This is a defense that is susceptible through the air. So I know it doesn't seem like it. You can't. This is not like I stake my claim that this is a defense that can be get through the air. It doesn't seem like it when you look at the statistics, but you got to look at who they played. They played Rice, who was moving the ball. They had so many fucking tip ball interceptions like that they were moving, they were driving, and then just killed drives on wide receiver drops right in their hands. Stanford's a team that wants to commit to the run, and they had success doing it. I'm talking myself into it. It's already locked in. So Fresno plus 12 over 73.5. All right, everybody just has their locks, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, who wants to go first?
I thought you had one more.
That was the two.
That was the two.
Over, and
okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I'm on Florida State -2.5 at Louisville. I'm a little worried about this one because of the running ability of Cunningham, but considering that Florida State, can we turn this?
I told you it's louder.
It's
in
so
your headphones.
damn loud in here. Jesus Christ!
You gotta yell through it.
All right, where am I?
I told you it's louder in your headphones than it is on the broadcast.
In a torture chamber, I'm all disoriented.
Wait, so you're on Florida State?
Yeah, I'm on Florida State.
Why'd you laugh at my Florida State
I was
bet?
laughing because I was pretending like I wasn't on it. Then you were saying everything I was thinking, so I started laughing.
All right.
Anyway, they had 2 weeks to prepare for it, and then considering that their last opponent, LSU, they're facing a similar style quarterback. So
yeah,
Daniels did have success running the ball against Florida State, but it's one of those things where you correct the mistakes and you're applying them immediately to your next opponent. So I think that's a plus for Florida State when they went over film.
Also, too, I felt like a lot of his rushing yards came when they were playing prevent.
Yeah,
and it was those last two drives. He picked up a lot of those.
Yeah, but
yards.
Even in the first half, he had
No, he had success. Yeah, but I feel like it's a little like they didn't get gashed all game like really bad to where it sways me away from betting against Cunningham. I mean,
honestly, Cunningham is as good as of a runner as Jaden Daniels, in my opinion.
I don't think he's as good passing the football though.
No, he's not.
So that's what I'm saying. You contain him. He will throw an inaccurate ball consistently.
Yeah, so he's an okay quarterback, but here's the thing. It's Louisville surrendering an average of 208 rushing yards per game through 2 contests. Florida State should have success running it. And when they don't, Jordan Travis continues to make plays. I was impressed by FSU's tackling against LSU. They have a strong running game, good quarterback play, and a good defense. They're converting nearly 60% on third down. So I think Florida State's a whole lot better than everybody else thinks. I think they're a pretty good team, so I'm rolling with Florida State -2.5 as my lock.
Alrighty, I like it. Obviously, I'm on it as well. You hit me with the reverse there. I was gonna say, fucking go ahead, take Cunningham. All right. Oh shit, we got a copyright infringement because of that goddamn song.
Really?
Week 1, yeah.
Come on.
I said. All right, I'm fucking.
The
all
bots
jumbled
caught
up
us
here on YouTube. Yeah. All right. Penn State versus Auburn. I'm going under 47. A lot of people are on the under here, but Penn State's converting 30% on third down. Both of these teams want to establish the run. Both have spotty quarterback play, more so Auburn. Auburn feels disrespected being 3-point home dogs. I think the defense is going to come motivated. Under 47. I don't like Clifford. They want to run the ball. Both teams do, specifically Auburn. And then Finley's trash. He played at Ponchatoula. Let's not forget.
I was so close to taking Penn State in this game.
I think Auburn is going to come out. They're going to feel disrespected. They're at home. They're an SEC team. This is a Big Ten team. They're getting 3 points at home. I think they're going to play inspired, but at the same time, I don't think that they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win the game. Finley is fucking bad. So that, in turn, they're going to struggle to score, but they're going to come out fired up. It's SEC players. They always have a relatively decent defense, and we've seen Clifford struggle. Good chance he gets hurt like he does every game. I'm going under 47.
Yeah, I wrote down I don't like the way Finley matches up with Penn State's secondary. Penn State has a really, really good cornerback. In my opinion, he's probably going to be a first-round pick. I don't know his name. He's number 9.
Mm-hmm.
and too much pressure for the Auburn running game. And I also wrote down I think that there might be a weakness for Penn State stopping the run. I don't know yet. This will be their first true test. But the big thing that surprised me when Penn State played Purdue is that they weren't able to get the running game going. So 47 isn't that high of a number, but there's a reason why, you know.
Well, it's like we said, when I'm watching that game, it just feels like offensively it's so tough for fucking teams in the Big Ten not named Michigan or Ohio State. It's so tough for them to move the ball.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, where'd they get that number from? I think Penn State won this game last year, 28-20.
Yeah.
48 points.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So, yeah, I'll be completely honest. I felt like this week it was tougher for me to find. All my locks previous weeks I felt very good about. This was the toughest week to date so far to find a lock. But this is what we landed on. So, who wants it next?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
All right. Notre Dame and Cal. Notre Dame is playing some of the worst football in the country right now, and they just took a really bad loss to Marshall last week. This is a perfect spot for them to bounce back and show the country that they still have a pulse. The only thing going for Cal right now is Jack Plummer, who's been playing pretty good, but Notre Dame's got a pretty good secondary, so I think they'll stack up nice. So give me Notre Dame -10.
There's one problem with that. Would you like to know what it is?
I know what it is.
Would you like to know what it is?
Yeah, what?
Tyler Buckner's out.
Really?
Yeah, he fucked his shoulder up.
I didn't know
So,
Come on, dude. I'm
Who's
not
the
a
backup?
college guy.
Yeah,
I
that's
fucking knew
atrocious.
that. I mean, come on, Justin.
that is atrocious.
Did the backup play last week?
Pine.
Oh, Pinecone.
Yeah, yeah, remember?
that. Damn,
I
yeah,
honest to
didn't know that.
God.
I agree, though.
I honest to God, because when I first looked at the schedule, I thought the same thing. I was like, this is a decent bounce back spot for Notre Dame. They just got embarrassed, all of that. But
It still is.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it
Even with the
doesn't mean
It
no.
could
You don't even
be.
know who the backup is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
It's the
Pine does
same
have
thing.
experience.
Same
I
thing
understand.
with Nebraska.
But when the starting quarterback is fucking done for the season,
I hear you.
Yeah.
we got to know that.
Yeah, we got to know that for sure. Definitely. He's right.
Notre.
That's atrocious, Justin. I mean,
That is bad.
Do better.
I know,
That's
on
the
me.
first
No,
thing
do
that
better.
pops up when you
no,
look
do
at
better.
it.
Do better.
Yeah, that's on me.
I mean, Buckner wasn't lighting it up by any means.
I understand,
Right.
but he's still
No, he
the
wasn't.
starting quarterback.
He wasn't.
We're giving out locks with
Right.
the starting quarterback out for the year.
That's something you got to mention.
I saw you smirking the whole fucking time, dude, because I knew.
No,
you
I
knew
wasn't
he didn't
smirking,
know.
but I swear I thought, because I looked at it, and I was like, I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is not a bad spot for Notre Dame. But then I looked into it. I'm like, he's fucking done for the year.
Yeah.
So when we went to the locks and nobody was on it, nobody mentioned it or anything, that's all, in my head, I'm like, I hope it's not Notre Dame. And
Right.
then you fucking said, I'm
You
like,
pulled it out.
that's not good. That's not good. Did you already bet it?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you're stuck with it now.
yeah, I mean, I'm
I
fine
think you'll
with it.
still hit it.
Yeah.
That
It's the same concept as,
No, it's
as
not.
Frost being
No,
out
it's
with
not.
Nebraska. You know, oh, the team's gonna rally around them.
no
Same
fuck,
thing.
Fuck no, it's not.
Same thing.
It is not.
They were a top 5 team at the beginning of the season.
You know why
For
Marshall's
a
so
reason.
good?
Why?
Because the quarterback's not named Wells anymore.
Grant Wells, he showed flashes his freshman year.
Yeah, he sucks.
He showed flashes his freshman year.
He's over there fucking up Virginia Tech's program, actually.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so Drew Pine, 2021. He's only attempted before this season. He's only attempted 33 passes.
Much like Buckner
What do you mean?
last year.
I get what you're doing, but there's no way that you spin. It is not an improvement that we're going to this backup.
No, but it's let's get the troops behind us, guys. Let's rally.
Yeah,
here.
no shit. Their defense is probably going to have a really good performance because
Definitely.
Marcus Freeman got embarrassed because he hopped up on stage and was talking about how what better place to get our first win than here. And
Right.
and then you get fucking embarrassed by Marshall.
Right.
But yeah, he's got. Oh, so Pine stepped in against Marshall and threw a pick.
Yeah.
I don't like that, Justin.
Well,
Never mind. You're fucked.
Yeah. Buckner threw
He
two
also
picks.
threw a touchdown though.
But
What
Yeah,
Buckner
but-
didn't do.
Okay, let's go. Let's
Buckner
see.
ran two in. Buckner was putting the team on his back and then injured his shoulder.
That touchdown came on 4th and 1 with 14 seconds left in the game when they were down by 2 scores to Michael Mayer for 5 yards, and then he missed the 2-point conversion.
No way. You are fucked.
We got to be better than that because you're 0 for 3 on your locks.
I know. Yeah.
I got a lock on you, bud.
Yeah.
And I'm about to hit this one, too.
Yeah, that is brutal.
Yeah. That's on me. So everyone out there listening, just take it how you want it.
What does that mean?
Don't take it.
Yeah, don't take it. Don't take it.
If you don't want to take it, I understand.
Don't take
That
it.
is on me.
There's so many question marks. Don't take that one. Where's the money at? I want to see where the money's at since the news came out because I saw that 2 days or at least 24 hours ago.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did
Well, now
you-
that you
did
say
you
that,
know
I
that?
remember. Well, it wasn't something that I was thinking about when he started talking about it, but I remember because I turned on the end of the game, and I think Pine threw the interception that gave the game to Marshall, basically.
Yes.
And I was like, wow. And they were talking about Buckner being injured and everything.
Yeah. So
I saw it this morning.
Publix on Notre Dame, sharp money's on Cal.
I placed a gigantic bet on Cal last year.
99% of
Against
the
who?
money. Did it hit?
Yeah.
99% of the money is on the under.
Jeez.
They're
That was like
they are
what I
not
saw for
expecting
Florida
fucking-
State.
They are not expecting
What's the total?
Pine to 41, I think.
Wow.
So they're expecting what? 30 to fucking, or no, 25 to 15?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Good luck, yeah.
All right, recap mine.
Well, let me do my lock real quick. You don't
Oh,
have to play the
sorry,
music.
sorry.
You don't have to play the music.
Fine, if you don't want it.
I'm going
Did-
right back to the bread and butter.
Oh no.
Right back to the bread and butter.
It's
You
too
could
many
you could think
points.
no.
It's too many points.
Too many.
What are you talking about?
I'm going back to the under.
On Iowa?
Yes, indeed.
Ride 'em.
Ride them. They have no offense. Zero offense. Their offense is terrible. Their defense is amazing. Now I know
Who are they playing?
Nevada. you
It's
could-
Trash.
you-
Nevada's fucking
terrible.
trash. Yes.
You're gonna look at the scores of the two games and be like, oh, well, they can move the ball. They moved the ball against who was it? Last week, Incarnate Word, and they lost.
Incarnate Word, and they played New Mexico State.
And they
week one.
lost.
Yeah, no, they're bad. They're really bad.
And then Texas State. Yeah, they put up a bunch of points against them. This is a different ball game with Iowa. They're going to shut them
Iowa's
down defensively.
what is the total?
40.
40. Iowa's like 23.5-point favorites.
And that's another reason I had it too. Is they're favoring them. So that tells me that they don't think Nevada's going to score much at all.
no, they
If
don't.
they're favoring them by 23 points.
But they're expecting,
Them to score something.
and they're also expecting that Iowa is going to fucking dominate them in the trenches. So
I
But
got
you
it
could look at it as they're saying Iowa's only going to score,
yeah,
at 21.
20
I have this
points
at
or something.
21-10 or 24-13.
yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah, no,
taking
look.
Iowa unders are not a bad bet.
That's my lot.
Nevada's probably not going to really score
I don't think they'll score
more than 10 points.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't play New Mexico State well.
No.
Right.
They were lucky to cover that game.
New Mexico State's so bad.
Yes.
But
hits you
UTEP's
for a
not any
lot.
good.
They got you a lock though.
All right, to recap,
Go picture.
almost just recapped last week's. What?
Nothing.
Florida State minus 2.5, Georgia minus 24, BYU plus 3.5, Miami plus 5.5, Fresno State plus 12, and the over 73.5 against USC. Oklahoma, Nebraska over 66.5, and my lock of the week is Penn State, Auburn under 47.
All right, I'm on Georgia minus 24. I'm on Wisconsin minus 37.5 and Wisconsin first half minus 21.5. I'm on LSU plus 2. And for my lock of the week, I'm on Florida State minus 2.5.
Joseph.
I'm gonna add one real quick. I'm on Oklahoma minus 10.5 against Nebraska, but I have written down that I think Nebraska can put up some points, so I'm going to get on that over with you. What was it, 66.5 you said?
Son of a
We're going to do this
bitch.
again, and we're going to make this go the right way this time, all
Oh, I
right?
hope you're right.
I'm just putting losses on your board.
Go ahead.
I'm going to add that in, so I'm on those two. Then I'm on Purdue and Syracuse over 58.5, and my lock of the week is Iowa, Nevada under 40.
You only got 4 plays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 3 now, 4.
Yeah. All right, Justin.
All right, I got LSU +2 versus Mississippi State. Then I got Oklahoma -10.5 versus Nebraska. Then I have Vanderbilt and NIU over 58.5, and then Coastal Carolina -14 against Buffalo. And then for my lock of the week is Notre Dame -10.5 against Cal.
All righty. Godspeed on that one. Good overall, good week in locks. 3-1, and then we're about to recap NFL. So we went 4-0 NFL locks. So 7-1 on the weekend. So that's what I've said since year one was you're only as good as your locks. So I typically say it more when we hit our locks, but it still stands true even when we don't hit them. We just won't talk about it.
Well, this year's there's been an emphasis put on locks.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would agree. Well,
What?
Justin just had a blunder on his lock, but other than that, yeah, I would say.
Well, I'm talking about the. Yeah,
I mean, I bet more on my lock, so that's
I'm talking about the people that know about who's playing quarterback. That locks.
all right. So Thursday night basically went. I can't even say it went how I thought it was going to go. Me and Justin were on the Bills -2.5. Nick and Joseph were on the under. Under hit, got a little hairy there for a second, but Bills -2.5. They won by 30, essentially. I don't think they gave up a point in the second half. It was a tie ball game, 10-all going into the first half, and then going into halftime, and then they ran him out of the building. My dad wanted us to sing his praises if the Rams covered because he had a feeling. They didn't.
I had that feeling, though.
Yep, he wanted us to switch our bets. he said hedge, and then said to bet double on the Rams, which isn't hedging, and then
And then he was like, oh, but if the Big Easy Bets podcast says it, it must be right. Like trying to make fun of us.
yeah, I don't know. They beat him by 1 billion. So Bills -2.5, we hit there. My lock of the week was the Steelers-Bengals under 44.5. This one went to overtime and still didn't go over. And it was a sweat. It never should have went to overtime. Joe Burrow played like absolute dog shit. Really bad. Jamar Chase is still incredibly good. Would Burrow have 5 turnovers?
Yep.
T.
4
Higgins
The
got hurt.
pick
interceptions
six
and a
was
fumble.
fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah.
That pick six was terrible. When that happened, I was like, son of a bitch, dude. I was expecting the Steelers defense to pose a roadblock a little bit, but I didn't think that they were going to turn the ball over 5 fucking times. Anyway, we hit.
They are legit, though. I mean, yeah, they had an off game, Bengals, but
No, Steelers defense
Steelers
is very
defense
good, but
is
Joe Burrow
legit.
should not turn the ball over 5 times ever. So, and that's probably going to be his worst game turnover-wise that he plays all year. It's week 1. You can kind of take it with a grain of salt. Regardless, we hit on the lock of the week. Lions +4. I added it after you said it. I was looking at it all week. We rode the Lions to the bank last year. That trend continues. So they
Don't leave the back door open against the
can't
Lions.
do it. Dan Campbell will fucking
They never quit.
Dan Campbell will charge through your back door. After the pick six and everything, it was looking rough. I hit a little reverse jinx there to perfection. So Lions get inside the number late in the game. Started off 3-0, feeling great, and then shit just hit the fan. Cowboys +2. With or without Dak, the Cowboys are trash.
Yeah.
The
They
Cowboys
have serious
fucking
issues.
suck. Trayvon Diggs is overrated. I said it all last year.
Oh, yeah.
It's either interception or he's getting beat deep. He's getting beat deep by the fucking tight end for the Patriots at the end of the game last year. Like he jumps everything. So it's boom or bust. And more times than not, it's bust. Cardinals +6.5. Bad pick. I wasn't hopping on the train of like the Chiefs aren't going to be one of the best teams in the AFC by any means, but going on the road, going out west, to play the Cardinals in their home stadium, getting nearly a touchdown. I thought the Cardinals would put up a little bit better of a fight. They did not. Kyler Murray's not worth the money.
No.
He's
And
not
neither
worth
is
the money.
Kingsbury.
Jason Brown from Last Chance U fucking lit Kyler Murray up.
I
He
saw
made like a
that.
TikTok.
I did see
He's like,
that.
this dumb motherfucker can't even tell that they're coming off the edge with the blitz. He doesn't even look that way.
now you see why he signed the clause for the video games.
Yeah, he fucking
He's
annihilated
ripping
him. And then so there we are sitting at 3-2. Monday Night Football, Broncos 6.5-point favorites. Russ revenge game. He's back. It's not even. I don't know why we dubbed it the revenge game. because he requested the fucking trade. Russ goes back in and he clearly had jitters to start. He was missing throws. I'm sure you watched. Well, no, you had boxing, so you probably.
I caught the end of the first half.
He missed multiple throws. His first throw of the game sails it over the tight end's head. But that's not the point here. First off, they fumbled it twice from the fucking 1 yard line. You get, dude, and not only that, they fumble it, then they get it right back, and then go down and fumble it from the 1 yard line again. So you could have had 7, ball back, 7, fucking, we're looking great. We're up at least 10. What's Pickett? Hackett is his name. Nathaniel Hackett. They want to call him Nate Hackett. I will not call him Nate. He's Nathaniel. We're going to call him by his government name. And this son of a bitch is a fucking moron, dude.
He's a con artist.
I hate this stupid son of a bitch so much. So much. You're on the 1 fucking yard line. Line your quarterback under center and run the football. I fucking hate when they do the goddamn shotgun. And then, dude, Russell Wilson's the worst quarterback in the history of football from the 1 yard line. It's incredible. Melvin Gordon has fumbled on the 1 yard line more than any running back I've ever seen. I can specifically remember 3 instances when he's fumbled on the fucking yard line. And then they go, okay, let's try it with Javonte. The right guard gets fucking blown up, and then Javonte Williams is carrying it like a loaf of bread and fumbles it into the fucking end zone.
Yeah, but it all starts with that damn coach. He grabs his play sheet and he reads it.
Oh my
God. He's got all fucking day to pick a play.
They went down
They literally are, he's doing this, trying to get his guy in motion. Hurry.
With one, they snapped it with
Fucking.
They snapped it with 1 second on the play clock like 10 fucking times in a row. 10 times in a row.
And they were all miscombobulated.
Yes.
That's why the fucking guard gets blown up right into your running back and he fumbles it.
And then you go, dude, it's the most frustrating shit ever. Then you fucking have, I don't know what it was, first, second down, don't know. You had a minute and 10 seconds left, and you run one play. You have a minute, 10 seconds, and 3 timeouts, and you run one play. And I'm sitting there freaking the fuck out. I'm like, call your fucking timeout, and let's figure it out. And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, maybe like analytics, blah, blah, blah. I start like second guessing, like maybe I shouldn't be like, oh my God. Well, then you turn on the ESPN broadcast, the ESPN2 with the Mannings, and Peyton Manning's like, call timeout. He's screaming at the TV. I'm like, all right, so he knows something. So I must be on the right fucking track. You paid Russell Wilson $1 billion fucking dollars. He just literally set the record for the most expensive house in Denver. He bought a $25 fucking million house. You gave him $161 million guaranteed, $250 million total on the contract. And we settle for a fucking 64-yard field goal in Seattle. You're not even in Denver. You're not even high altitude. You're in fucking Seattle. It's 4th and 5. It's Russell Wilson. What was the point of fucking mortgaging your future to go get a goddamn quarterback who's worth $1 billion if you're going to settle for the second longest field goal in the history of football? A 64-yard fucking kick that we know never had a chance. And then fucking McManus comes out and he's like, that was my line to get. They got it. I got to make the kick. Shut the fuck up, McManus. And shut the fuck up, Nathaniel Hackett. He gets on the goddamn post-game press conference, and he's like, well, honestly, they did a great job getting us in position to win the game. What are you talking about? He was back. He said, if I did it, that night, he said, if I had to do it again, I would kick it again.
Yeah, he needs to have his fucking head examined.
Yeah, today, his fucking pasty ass wakes up and goes, we probably should have went for it on 4th and 5.
Yeah.
You fucking think you're making John Elway look like a goddamn jackass. We talk about the Browns quarterback struggles. Look at who Elway said, yeah, you can man the ship. And then he hires that fucking dumbass. Looks like he's been put in the fucking microwave. He looks like a knockoff Great Value Hank from Breaking Bad. I hate this motherfucker so much, dude. I was so mad. I was so fucking mad last night.
Because on top of it, it was the, what's it called again?
Survivor Pool.
Yeah.
My lock of the no, it wasn't my lock, but Survivor Pool. I had money on the game, and it's the difference of going 3 and 3 or 4 and 2.
Like,
it's a huge fucking difference.
Well, we might be able to still get the Survivor Pool here.
Yeah. Line up under the fucking center. Like, am I wrong? Like, do you hate that, or is that just me? Do I need talk me off the ledge? You did it twice in a row. Do the fucking Drew
I
Brees.
think the bigger
do the
issue
Drew Brees
was
fucking
the
sneak.
Yeah, I don't know why more teams don't try to sneak it. But
And the moron on Twitter talking about, they don't want the quarterback to get hurt, and this and that. Drew Brees took a lot of damage. It was like one fucking time he hurt his ribs doing it. It's goddamn Russell Wilson. To win the game, he'll be okay. Like, give me a fucking break.
yeah, the
dude.
bigger issue though was him not getting the plays in quickly.
Yeah. No, I know. Oh,
And then you're dealing with crowd noise. It's like, dude, you better have that fucking play ready because you're trying to make changes. It's like,
and then this stupid, pouty motherfucker calls his timeouts when they're kneeling the ball. He then wants to empty the clip and
Christ.
call all his fucking timeouts. And he's like all fired up doing it. Fuck you. Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit. Nathaniel Hackett, go fuck yourself. You should be fired day fucking one. It was the worst debut. I was so fucking mad, dude. I was tweeting all night. I hate that dumb son of a bitch. I hope you have the worst coaching career of anybody ever. Ever. I hope you get fired mid-season. I fucking hate him.
where'd he come from? Like,
The depths of hell. I don't know. But anyway, that was eating me up.
they fucking could have hired what's his name, Flores,
That was that was eating me up.
and then
all
it
day.
wouldn't have had to sue. But
That was eating me up all day. I had to get that out. But yeah, so I went 3-3. We hit the lock at least, but 4-2 is so different than 3-3. Stop fucking fumbling the football on the 1 yard line. Stanford,
that was a little
Stanford,
annoying.
fucking inside the 5 yard line twice. We get no points. The Broncos on the 1 yard line twice, and we get no fucking points, dude. Why are we making shit more difficult than it needs to be? You have fucking 2 good running backs. You need inches. Why in your brain do you say, let's line up 6 yards back and then try to go get those inches? I don't fucking get it, and it really aggravates me. I would rather you fucking hand it to a fullback instead. At least once. At least once. He's probably going to get it. But you just make your job so much harder.
oh, who did that this weekend? That was like if you have 2 good running backs,
Yeah.
they lined up. The Browns did it. They lined up Kareem Hunt at fullback and Nick Chubb at tailback.
Yeah, I like that.
They run play action with Chubb, and then they did the waggle where Kareem Hunt was wide open.
Oh, I did
for a
see that. I
touchdown.
did see that. And yeah, you have 2 good running backs.
Yeah.
You have Javonte Williams, who's going to be a stud, and Melvin Gordon, who's more than capable. But, oh, dude, it just... I'm not saying you can't ever line up in shotgun and fucking do it, but it's like, it just didn't work. You just fumbled. Fucking line up, Hut over the top.
Yeah, because when I saw the Browns lineup, I'm like, oh, they're diving it to Hunt.
Yeah.
Here, they're gonna dive
Yeah.
it to, and then they play action. It was a really good play call.
That shit made me so mad, dude. That one pissed me off more than any other game. And also, too, because he reacted like a little whiny-ass bitch and called his timeouts.
No, anybody who says that the 64, like I saw Russell come out and say, hey, it was the right call. It's like, no, it wasn't, because
Fuck no.
nobody. Look, if you go for it and you fail, nobody's saying, well, maybe they should have tried to kick it
Yeah.
from fucking
Yeah. Try to damn
behind
near
the
set the
50-yard
record.
line.
Yeah, damn near set the record for longest kick
No
ever.
one's gonna question that.
If you're in a dome too, that's one thing. That's one thing. You're in fucking Seattle. You're in Seattle, known for having inclement weather every fucking day.
Yeah, no, I was so surprised when they lined up.
He's a piece of shit.
And then when he missed it so far on the practice kick, I was like, oh, they're pulling them.
And they
They're gonna
still did
gonna
it.
go for it now. And then they just still.
I know that was perfect. You got a chance at it. You
And it
got
was
a
way
free look.
off.
Yeah. And the second one was closer.
It
than
was
the first
close.
one. But still, I don't give a fuck. And it,
Yeah,
dude.
no, that's just.
Because part of me was
That's
like,
if you don't have any time on a clock, that's different.
yeah.
But with 20 seconds left, I get it. It's 4th down, but
Yeah, but
that's
it's like
a kick you only attempt with no time left.
you fucking you walked your way to that 4th and 5. You had no sense of urgency because you couldn't get the play call in.
Oh, yeah.
You just took 3 timeouts with you to allow them to have to get in victory formation 3 fucking times. And dude, like he's playing Madden. He's calling his timeouts when they're trying to kneel the ball. At that point, just go, okay, I fucked up. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's so clear Like people say, oh, we got a good player. You have to have a good coach or he's going to lose you the game.
Right.
So that guy should be ashamed. He should be fired. But anyway, 3-3. We hit our lock. Could have been much better. You swept the board.
Yeah, I had the under 52 and the Rams-Bills game. And, yeah, it was looking great, like, for the whole game, basically. And it was even looking really good towards the end. And then the Bills hit 2 deep balls, one to Gabriel Davis, ended up scoring on
Gabriel Davis
shortly after that, yeah. And then the big one to Stephon Diggs on the next possession. So there was a little bit of ups and downs toward the end where you're, like, just hoping that the Rams didn't get the ball and try to score a cheap touchdown to go over or something. But we ended up covering by 11 points. The Lions +4, the back door. They actually had a chance to get the ball back late in this game, but Philadelphia got stopped on 3rd and short, and I was so mad because I was like, maybe they try to kick a 50-yard. It was over 50 yards for a field goal, but I was like, they might go for it. Well, they went for it and failed, so that was good. And then the Texans +7. This game ended in a tie. The Texans were leading, and they blew the lead, but I told y'all, watch out for the Texans.
20-3.
Yeah.
Late in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Really late. They should have won that game.
Right.
Yeah. So
How does Jonathan Taylor run for 170 yards and you still tie
Yeah.
the Texans? That's crazy.
Pittman had a big game,
Yeah, he
too.
did.
Cooks did well for the Texans. It was kind of weird how the Texans, because statistically a lot of their players didn't do that
Yeah.
that hot.
Nobody popped out.
Yep. All right, Joseph, you went 3-1. Very good. We dubbed you as an NFL guy, and you did not disappoint. You came ready to play
Highly touted, remember?
by yourself. Yes.
No, by you.
Only loss was the Saints. Square
Yeah,
bet.
it was. I let my heart get in the way.
But
But no one expected
No,
Atlanta
okay, but
had
as a,
tremendous success.
As a Saints fan, do we not know we always struggle in games like this?
Well, we always start
especially
slow.
with Atlanta.
We typically start slow every
especially
Yeah.
with Atlanta.
But just looking at the
And Atlanta,
matchup,
yeah.
I didn't expect Mariota to play that well.
No, I
or-
didn't either. But
Right.
scrambling quarterbacks do give us trouble. We saw with
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, which
Right.
they're not on the same level, but still, we typically, if you're a stationary quarterback, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, we're going to give you fucking fits. So
Like I would have rather take the Saints. I should have left that alone last week and take them as home dogs this week. I would have rather done that.
yeah, so but yeah, I mean 3-1 is a fucking great start. Vikings were a great call. Justin Jefferson's unstoppable.
That's the only point I made on that game.
It's
Jair
really
can't
all you needed to
guard
make. He could
JJ.
not. There was one clip where Justin Jefferson's lined up in the slot. He fakes out and comes back in. Jair went out and didn't come back in. So
Right.
I think they said he had 4 yards of separation on average, which was the most of any wide receiver. That's 12 fucking feet.
It's crazy that he fell.
No, yeah, you hit the nail on the head with that one because I even said like I had no fucking thought that he was going to be as good as he is, and I was not that he wasn't capable of being good, but I was not high like on him being a fucking top 5 wide receiver in the
Yeah, I didn't
league,
know about
let alone
all
top
that.
2.
I was just like, he's definitely, in my opinion, he was just definitely the best in that class. And that was a really, really good class.
Well, his 40 time surprised me.
Yeah.
I thought he
Once
was slower
that
than
came
that.
out, he shot up draft boards, but then he still was like the 4th or 5th receiver
Yeah.
picked. As like,
But he's like incredibly fucking good. Like he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
equally as good as Jamar Chase. They're
Yeah.
a little different, but also like, I mean, he's going up and getting it over 2 people. Like fucking, you can throw jump balls.
yeah,
he
his
can do
ball
everything.
skills is what
It's
separated
incredible.
him. The route running, obviously, but
Like I was just watching and like I was just like, geez, because I had Dalvin Cook in fantasy, so I was keeping an eye on that one, obviously. But I was just like, God damn, dude! Like, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, he's not-
In the way the NFL's catered, like now, it's more beneficial for player like wide receivers, especially. But there's nothing you can do.
yeah.
You're gonna have to double him every time.
Yeah, the difference between him and Chase is mainly like the run after the catch.
Yeah.
For Jamar Chase is when you
But-
would
but-
give him the.
But Justin Jefferson's
Oh no, he's
fucking
not
really
bad,
good
but
too.
Jamar Chase, dude, he gets it in space.
Yeah. He's
One
also
different
he's
gear.
also
Yeah.
bigger. He's also bigger. His
Right.
body type, the fact that he can run like
He's like
he
a
can,
running back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fact that he's able to run after the catch with that body type is so impressive.
Yeah, the speed's impressive.
And then look at
That one catch he fucking
Oh
had.
my!
I don't think it counted.
No, his foot was barely out.
Dude, he is That just goes to show you how fucking good 2019 was. How good that team was.
Yep.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking Joe Burrow. I know he had a rough day.
Delpit
But
had a pick.
yeah, it's like that team was so damn good. You got Chase on
Chase on had a
the
sack.
Jags. You got fucking just all across the board. You had guys. Derek
Stingley came up with a fucking fantastic pass breakup that
Did he?
it may have
Did he get a pick?
made the game go to overtime. No, but it was in the end zone.
I didn't take it, but I was looking at his over under pick total. I think it was 1.5. Yeah, it was 1.5 for the season, and I'm like, I was really close to taking the over. But so I was thinking about that. I was like, if he gets a pick week 1, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
was watching. I don't know. It might have been a 4th down. It was something. It was a big play, but when he come up with the pass breakup, I didn't even know it was him at first. I'm like, damn, that was a fucking amazing play.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, who is that? And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's fucking Stingley, dude.
I know it. Him and Sauce Gardner. That's the 2 you got to watch to see who which they're saying they're so high on Sauce
Who
Gardner.
was Kobe Bryant playing for? Was he playing for Seattle?
I don't know. I mean,
I
obviously,
think
know
so,
he was
because
on
they were like, it's
Cincinnati.
surprising that because they were playing rookie cornerbacks, and
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, I
like
remember them saying
yeah.
that last night.
Wilson wasn't able to really take advantage of that for
I
most
know.
of the game.
I know, pissed me off, man. I don't want to go back down that road.
And that was my last pick. The Chargers minus 3.5 lock.
Yeah,
They very easily could not have covered if they got that 2-point conversion. The Raiders.
yeah. See,
did
those
at
are
the
those are
end.
tough. Yeah, it's tough because it's a divisional matchup. We just saw them last year, nearly end in a tie. Like those 2 teams know each other really well. A lot of people are very high on the Chargers, myself included. This year, the offense is going to be really, really good. That's why I didn't take the Raiders, but I definitely didn't like it. And then Justin, you went 2-1. You hit your lock as well, betting against the Jets on 9/11. That's ballsy.
Yeah, no, I even said that before whenever they're doing the ceremony and stuff like that. I was like, oh fuck.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, and what's his name? His brother was in the building or something.
Who?
Salah's brother. Robert
Oh,
Saleh.
really?
Yeah.
And then
Damn.
one of the
He was a
officers-
firefighter, or he was like just
I think he was working
damn. Well, that sucks.
or something to that
Did you
effect.
see one of the like a former Yankee?
He didn't die. No, he didn't die.
Oh, he did.
Oh, his brother
Let me
didn't die?
clarify. Yeah.
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't die.
Wait.
He survived.
Are you talking about what I was about to say?
He's talking about Robert Saleh, the head coach of the
Oh no,
Jets.
the former Yankees guy that turned to a cop was going to like a memorial and got in a wreck and died.
Oh, Jesus, I have no idea who you're talking about, but
Yeah,
that doesn't
sure.
sound good. But yeah, so 2-1 for Justin. Hit his lock of the week. So yeah, I go 3-3. Worst if I'm going 500 and that's the worst of anybody, that's a good fucking week. We all hit our locks. Should have been 4-2, but the Broncos have a goddamn schmuck for a head coach. But 3-3 for me, 3-0 for Nick, 3-1 for Joseph, and 2-1 for Justin. So we are all off to a good start. And this week is a little iffy for me. I didn't have too many that jumped off the page.
a lot of weird spreads, I thought.
Yeah, Thursday night matchup, gonna be a fucking good one. Chargers and Chiefs in Kansas City. Chiefs are 4-point favorites. Over under sits at 54.5. Who's got a lean?
Last I saw it was 4.5. It grew.
Oh, I got 4.
I got 4 as well.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
I know. When I checked like 3 or 4 hours ago, it was at 4. When did you check?
Literally like right before I came here.
Mine was at like 11 this morning. I got a 3.5.
Yeah, I see 4 there. I see 4 there. Sounds like somebody wants to take the Chargers.
Well, I do, but I did see it's been growing. It went all the way to 4.5.
I got 4 there as well.
Well,
I'll start it.
Go ahead.
where'd you check?
Chargers.
Me?
3.5.
Yeah.
I just checked the personal book,
Yeah, but did you check?
and then I checked FanDuel too.
Yeah, FanDuel's what I got, 3.5.
And yeah.
3.5?
Yeah, earlier today.
Oh, I didn't see 3.5.
Right now, I mean.
I'm checking right now.
No, I don't know about right now.
Currently on FanDuel, they do have 4.5. I never saw 3.5, if I'm being honest.
It was way earlier though. It was 3.5.
Like, you did see 3.5?
Yeah.
yeah, but way like yesterday.
No, this morning.
Maybe this morning, but it's quickly today. It started to grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got it. Chargers plus 3.5.
Oh, you took the Chargers at 3.5?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Okay. Well, then we're house divided. I'm on the Chiefs -4, so mine's already locked in.
Can't bet against them
aren't
after last week.
Y'all aren't. Well, at home is a big difference here for me. But yeah, y'all aren't hitting me with no 4.5. You can take 4.5, but because it is there at 4.5, but it's also at 4 other places.
So you're taking a -4.
I'm taking the Chiefs -4.
All right, Justin, who are you going with?
I'm going with the over 54, and then I also have a lock.
Okay, I'm also on the over as well.
Okay.
What are you taking?
I'm going to go Chargers +4. I think that this game is settled by a field goal.
Okay. If you had to lean on the total, what would it be?
Over.
Okay. So, Joseph, you're on the Chargers as well?
Yes.
Do you want to take 4 or 4.5, seeing how that is capable
Yes.
to be taken?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, if you feel really confident about 3.5,
Yeah,
we'll give you that one.
it's. I mean, I already bet it. So
I mean, they could lose by 4.
We'll rebet it at 4,
Yeah,
4.5, and
definitely.
then at 4.5.
We'll just go with 4 across the board, I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
That'll
Well,
work.
when
That'll
we
work.
all push, y'all are going to be pissed. Yeah,
Whatever, I'm used to pushes, so.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think I'm interested to see.
Another day in paradise.
I'm interested to see who they're going to put on Travis Kelce. They're going to put Derwin James on him.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
look, they got Mac. That's he made a difference against the Raiders. So they made some improvements to the defense that kind of
They were susceptible, though.
yeah last year. Well, even
looking
in the
at the
game,
game
I mean,
against the
Adams had a
Raiders.
huge game, but I mean, they come up with how many
Another
times they
thing, too,
intercept
Keenan
Carr?
Allen's out.
Yeah, he is out.
And Mike Williams looks like shit.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I'm on the Chiefs.
It's 1 week though.
But Keenan Allen's out.
I know, but you can't.
Yeah,
judge
but Mike Williams
that
faded heavy as
fast.
fuck at the end of last season.
Yeah.
Mike
New
Williams
year.
has not lived up to the hype. So he had a fast start to last season and then
Yeah,
fell
you're
off.
right.
And then now I think he benefits from having Keenan Allen across the field from him. So Keenan Allen has been dealing with injuries all throughout his career. I don't think he's a number 1 wide receiver. I like Palmer for
I
the
do like
Chargers.
Josh Palmer.
I like
do
Palmer.
good.
So they
And
still
Guyton.
have guys. I'm betting the over, too. They're going to be able to put up points.
Yeah,
But I
that's
just think that the Chiefs are just a well-oiled machine. So,
You're not wrong.
and,
They
and,
are.
and Patrick Mahomes' ability to extend plays, he looked fucking dialed in.
It
He
was
looked like
ridiculous.
he was. And this is one of those, like, even if it very well could come down to a field goal. But I trust the Chiefs offense a little bit more than I do the Chargers offense.
Yeah.
Juju, he fit right in. He did pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what did he I know he fumbled though. But
Yeah.
I mean it doesn't really matter.
I
when
want
you
to say
win.
he had like 6 or 7 targets and maybe like 5 receptions.
He had 6 catches for 79 yards. Kelce obviously dominated the receiving category. 8 catches, 121 yards and a touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire caught 2 touchdowns out the backfield. Valdez-Scantling had 4 catches. So he's spreading it around. Sky Moore only 1 catch, but it was a 30-yard catch. I have high hopes for him. I think he can be pretty decent.
Isaiah Pacheco looked good.
Yeah, Pacheco's good as well. Yeah, he led the way rushing 12. He actually outgained, or not outgained, but he
Outcarried.
he did outgain, but he also outcarried Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He had 12 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. I'm just going to pull up, because now there was no way for, like everybody was on the same thing in some form or fashion last week. Now we're on opposite sides. So Herbert was 26 of 34, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 279 yards. Keenan Allen led the way, 4 catches, 66 yards. Don't know who Carter is. Carter caught a touchdown. Is that a tight end? It's got to be, huh? No. DeAndre Carter, a wide receiver, yeah. And then you got Carter, you got Everett. Like, where the fuck was Mike Williams? He had 2 catches for 10 yards.
Right.
So, yeah, I feel like with Keenan Allen not there, they do have – it's like it's going to be a lot of Eckler out the backfield, like checkdowns to him. But even Palmer had 3 catches for 5 yards.
If I'm not mistaken, Josh Kelly got quite a few touches as well.
Rushing the football?
No, receiving.
No.
No?
2 catches, 14 yards, 4 carries, 21 yards.
Got involved.
What's the money at? Did you look?
I'm sure.
Yeah, if you had to guess.
The sharp money?
Public and Sharp.
I'm sure they're both on the Chiefs.
You think? Yes. There's more of a discrepancy on the Chargers, like bigger difference, but 70 or 61% of the money is on the Chiefs, and Sharp money is on the Chiefs as well. But all right, so opposite sides of the fence there. Justin, you're just on the over.
I also have a lock.
Okay, so we'll get to that at the end. Let's see. All right, my first one on Sunday. Taking the Saints +3 at home. Getting points against a team that we've dominated, especially on our home field. I wasn't blown away by Tampa's offense. So, Tampa, that interior pressure, every time that they would try to get interior pressure and blitz up the middle, they were able to get home, Micah Parsons specifically. But they weren't really like fucking committing to it, I guess. Chris Godwin got banged up. Donovan Smith, the left tackle, got banged up. He's probably more than likely going to be okay, but still, I mean, they've already got injuries on that offensive line. We know Tom Brady very well. Justin Evans out the slot was the highest graded slot corner last week. The rookie that we have now taken the place of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He stepped right up, did very well. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in that role gave Tom Brady fits a little bit. So Justin Evans playing well. I like that. I know Julio, they're saying, oh, he's back to old Julio. He's not back to old Julio. He's not going to go back to Atlanta Julio. I don't think. So Marshawn Lattimore does very well on either one, either Julio or Mike Evans. Mike Evans was
Godwin was back too.
well, that's what I just said. He got banged up. He's out.
So he's out?
He's out for a couple weeks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't watch the end of this game. This game was fucking boring.
Oh, it was horrible.
It's like so bad.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, his knee's fine. He hurt his quad or his hamstring, something like that. So they said he's going to be okay. They're just nursing it for a couple weeks. But Debo, if he's back, I really hope he is back. I think that they were taking him out, expecting us to do better against Atlanta than we did, and they were kind of just resting him for Tampa, hopefully. That very well could not be the case, and he may miss. But I hope he doesn't. If he's back, I feel much better there. We dominate Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was interesting how the Bucs were moving the ball when I was watching, and then they were struggling to score touchdowns. So
and
Gronk missing.
We have a good red zone defense too.
Yeah.
We still got to account for Julio, though.
Without Gronk, they still haven't been able to figure out how they're going to score when they get it close.
Yeah, that's Brady's favorite target in the red zone. So, yeah, Julio can kiss my ass, dude.
Saying.
He shit on Tennessee. It's
always a threat.
He shit on Tennessee, dude. They were like saying Tennessee for Super Bowl. And then Julio just didn't give a fuck. The Tennessee fans despise Julio Jones because now they're like, oh, he's back to his old self. He's on the TB12 method, and now he can fucking run again. Like, give me a goddamn break. Alvin Kamara's a little banged up, dealing with a rib injury. Obviously, all of those things. This is the blessing and the curse of going early with our picks early in the week. We're giving you picks before anybody else are. Any other show comes out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in that range. We give them to you early. Sometimes it works in our favor. Sometimes it doesn't. There's some injuries that I honestly would like to know the outcome of, but taking Saints +3. Are you on it?
No.
Are you?
I'm not.
Good. Fuck y'all. All right. What's your first Sunday game?
Dolphins at Ravens. I'm gonna take the Dolphins +3.5.
Okay.
The defense was impressive. Tyreek Hill and Waddle. I think that's that could pose matchup problems for the Ravens. And then when the Pats keyed on the run too, I had enough success for them to win the game. So it'll be interesting to see how the Ravens play if they try to stop the run and make Tua make plays with his arms. I don't know if it's a little bit concerning because I'm not totally sold that Tua's going to be able to get it done, but 3.5 here, I like it.
Okay. Justin, what's your first one on Sunday?
First one's going to be a 12 o'clock game, Panthers and Giants. I'm going to take the Panthers +2.5. I like the Panthers secondary. I think it'll really have force Giants to run the ball, especially after Saquon coming off a good game. So Panthers just load the box up and, try to stop them. Easier said than done. I think they can go ahead and and cover this game and win.
Okay, I'm on the Giants, and I nearly made it my lock. I really like the Giants a lot this week. At home is the big thing for me. The Giants looked really good. Not really good. I take that back. The Giants responded really well to getting down against Tennessee. I love the 2-point conversion call. I love the go for it. They're going to rally around that coach now, Brian Dabble. Saquon looked like a fucking beast. Saquon's back. So if he can avoid injury, my fantasy team is going to benefit tremendously from it. But yeah, he looked damn good. I'm curious as to why they won't implement Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He played 9 snaps. He got a jet sweep and took it 20 yards damn near and like made multiple people miss. He looks dynamic with the ball in his hands. Something clearly is going on there. I've been big on the Giants secondary for years now, so this may be the year they're putting it together. The Titans are a good team. The Titans are a good football team, and they went toe-to-toe with them and ended up obviously getting a little fortunate, but you got to have nuts to take a 2-point conversion call like that. So 2.5 at home. Baker didn't look very good. I know he crawled back into the game and did enough for them to win, but that's a Browns team that is a really good Browns team, but is lacking at the quarterback position. This is a kind of a do-or-die year for Daniel Jones and the Giants, so I like what they have defensively, especially in the secondary. So give me that minus 2.5 at home. Or either one of y'all on this?
I'm on it, but it's my last one, and it's
your
my lock.
Interesting. So we'll wait and see which side that is. What is your first Sunday game?
My first one is Lions Commanders over 49.5. If you look at the Lions this past week against the Eagles, put up 35 points. A mid-tier defense in the Eagles. Could be good, could be bad. And I think that's the same scenario here with the Commanders. And you look at the Commanders, they played, who was it, the Jaguars, and put up 28, made Carson Wentz look like a stud. And I'm not sold on Carson Wentz, obviously, either. It's Carson Wentz. But they're playing another low-level defense this week in the Lions. You look at them, they just gave up 38 points. So I'm thinking this is going to be a shootout.
That is massively disrespectful to the Lions.
38 points.
I kind of want to take the Lions with the points. I mean, obviously, I'm expecting that. What do you mean?
How's that defense?
What are you betting here? The over?
He's taking the over. But the Eagles have a good offense.
Okay.
The over
you
what?
sound like
AJ Brown was pretty good.
You sound like
Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yes.
I love it. This is why I start talking like
Okay.
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 Over what?
Jesus. Did you see that?
Yes,
look?
I did.
49.5.
You're new here.
Ooh.
I have
No, it
that one
felt
as
low.
well.
It felt low.
I'm on that one with you, Joe.
I kind of want to take the Lions here. I have question marks by it, but what are your thoughts?
What's the spread? -1.5?
They played a good Eagle.
They're at home.
Minus
huh?
two?
Yeah, they played a good. They were just at home last week, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they played a good Eagles team. Backdoor cover, but 3-point loss. The Commanders played the Jaguars. They're not that fucking good. I feel
At first, Washington looked good
it's interesting
early in the
it's
game, and then
interesting.
it was interesting how they fell apart, kind of.
I kind of thought this game was going to be a pick'em. But this is a good opportunity for the Lions to get a win. Start out 1-1. What'd they go, like 0-10 to start the year last year?
Yeah, but
It
they
was
played so
deep.
many close ones.
No, they did, but it was
sickening.
deep into the season when they finally got the win. Jared Goff's running
Yeah.
across the field with his helmet off, going to hug Dan Campbell. I like the Lions. We liked them last year. We took them week 1. They covered for us. I think this is a good opportunity for them to get a win. They have guys on offense. It's
Yeah.
just defensively. Can they step up?
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'll take the Lions -2.
Chark dropped a few, but he looked good too.
Yeah, Amon-Ra St.
Amon-Ra.
Brown looked good.
Yeah.
So did Williams, too.
Jamal Williams, yeah. They're loaded.
Yeah, he had a
on
good
offense.
run where he got stuffed at the goal line and then was managed to stay alive and bounce it and get in.
I think he got 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he might have. Vulture and DeAndre Swift. But, all right, I have just my lock left.
I have one more than my lock.
How many more do you have?
Just my lock.
One more and a lot.
All right, Justin, go with your one more.
All right. Got the 325 game. Bengals and fucking Cowboys. Taking Bengals -7.5.
Fucking Cowboys.
Yeah, this was under 7. I liked it then. I considered it then, but that half point worries me a little bit.
I think it opened up as a pick'em, but I think that was way before Dak got hurt and all that, or Jerry Jones announced that he was getting surgery and shit.
At least you knew
Yeah,
that
I don't
Dak
know
was
because
hurt.
they announced he was having surgery that night.
Jerry Jones is getting surgery on his heart.
Dak Prescott. All right. Yeah, I mean, they look like shit, but the Bengals didn't look fucking spectacular either. So the 7.5.
Yeah, but you only expect they didn't look bad though because they moved the ball even though they turned it over like crazy. But like you can't expect them to Burrow. He's not going to do that.
No,
again.
definitely not. He's not throwing 5 fucking.
Right.
He's not turning it over 5 times. And Jamar Chase.
But
is
Higgins is out.
Up.
Is he out or is he in?
I don't know.
I think he's out.
No, it hasn't been
The
ruled.
concussion
No, he's trying to
protocol?
pass. He's trying to pass protocol. It
Okay.
has not been ruled yet.
P. Ryan looked good. Samaje P. Ryan.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see much from him. I know Mixon led the way with 27 carries, 82 yards. But yeah, nothing's been ruled on T. Higgins.
Okay.
All right, Joseph, what is your next one before you lock?
This is another one that feels weird. Feels like a trap.
Mhm.
Steelers plus 1.5 over the Patriots. Mac
Stinks.
Jones is,
Back.
we don't know, right?
Right.
They're expecting him to play. It was
Even with him, the
it
Steelers
was like
shutting him
it was
down.
muscle cramps, I think they said.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure that's what I read.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Steelers are just going to do exactly what they did to the Bengals, but he's not going to score like the Bengals did.
Oh, you're going to take the Steelers.
Plus 1.5.
That's ballsy.
Feels like a trap.
What about
Stinks.
Harris?
The Patriots, Damian Harris?
Najee Harris.
Oh, I don't know.
That too.
Is he injured?
I don't fucking know.
Still taking
He got
the
banged
Steelers.
up.
Yeah.
He is
No, he might be out.
questionable.
Still
What do you mean he
taking the
might be out?
Steelers.
He's their entire offense. You better hope to God he's not
I'm still
out.
taking Steelers.
Did you watch their offense?
Yes. Still
They
taking
scored
the
20
Steelers.
points and this game went to overtime.
I think their defense scores 14 alone.
I
against
think the
Patriots.
Patriots defense is very good.
No, they're good. I don't know about
Well,
very
Harris-
good yet.
They always scheme very well.
Yeah, they do. And that's why I drafted
especially
them
with
in
this
fantasy.
with this goddamn schmuck at quarterback.
All right, let's make a deal. If
Okay.
Harris plays and y'all cover, then we go to Harris's after.
Harris's.
Deal.
All right, so you're taking Steelers with the
Correct.
points. Okay.
Without both of them, too.
All right. So now we all have just locks left, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to play the soundbite one time to signify it's time for the locks.
Okay.
We won't do it every
Well, I
time.
was
Okay, I
fucking
like
like,
that.
Well, I told you going in, I prepped you. It's like you had like an autistic moment where you're like, then it just started screaming.
I kept looking at the
Feels
board,
like I'm being tortured.
Yeah, I'm in a
wanted to
torture
turn
chamber.
down.
Yeah. Yeah, so one time. All right, locks of the week.
I was really.
Fuck. God damn
Come
it,
on,
dude.
dude.
I need to label this shit,
Yeah, you do.
man. Fuck. I need to get Kyle to make something specific. All right, my lock of the week. I'm interested to see if anybody else is on it because it's definitely stood out to me. I'm taking the Colts -4. I know it's a road game. Jaguars are still the Jaguars. Colts played very not up to par against the Texans. So I feel like they're a team that had high hopes this year. Obviously, it was a tie, but they're going to come out.
Yeah.
They're going to come out much more efficient and ready to roll. Michael Pittman looked good. You still got Jonathan Taylor at running back. Matt Ryan needs to do a better job. Did not look very good. Darius Leonard, I don't think he's going to be back, but if he was, that would be nice. He's really their only guy on the injury report. He's one of the best linebackers in
Do
football.
they call him something else?
It's like
Shaquille
Leonard now.
Okay. I
Yeah.
was about to say, I saw that because it was one of my bets last week, and I was like, they're saying Shaquille Leonard's out. I was like, I know Darius Leonard. I don't know no damn Shaquille Leonard.
Yeah. That's him. So I'm taking Colts -4. It's my lock of the week.
All right.
All right, what's yours?
Panthers at Giants. Giants -2.5. The Giants did well stopping Henry, and they battled through adversity, not scoring any points in the first half. Daniel Jones played fairly good other than the interception in the end zone, but he came back from it and led the Giants downfield to score the game-winning touchdown. I think the Giants are quietly very good, so I'm going with the Giants -2.5 as my lock of the week.
Bing bong. That's what I've been saying. I like the Giants. This is going to set the tail. Either Justin's one-off last year was a fluke, or he's going to continue to lead the way in the NFL. So we're going to find out, but I like the Giants, and I like that we're both on the Giants. Are you on the Giants?
Mm-mm.
Idiot.
I don't own this game.
All right, what's your lock of the week?
Packers.
Ugh,
Looks like a lot of points.
it is a lot of points.
That's going to make the public say, come here, Bears. Trust me.
Is that what they're
The
saying?
Packers are winning by at least 17. At least.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears coming off a win against the 49ers. Good. Feels good for the team.
Cheap ass fucking drainage or whatever, dude. The fucking
their
field was
field.
a pond.
Oh,
It
field.
cost me my
Terrible.
fucking running back in all my fantasy leagues.
Their field's terrible.
Elijah Mitchell. Thanks a lot. I got nobody.
Guess who's
now.
first on waivers getting Jeff Wilson this week?
I guess who gives a shit? Not
It's
this
not good
guy.
to be first on
Yeah.
waivers though.
Yeah, yeah. What are you bragging about having a bad week?
So I'm on. The lock is Packers minus 9.5, and I'm also on the over 42.5.
Okay, Christian Watson dropped a 75-yard touchdown first play of the game,
Terrible.
Oh, that sucked.
Horrible.
and it was like,
Because I have Rodgers in another league.
I have him
yeah,
in both my
I have
leagues.
Watson on my bench in the regular league,
Okay.
in my league. So Rodgers fucking was pissed. It was a beautiful
yeah.
throw.
Oh, it was. I was
right
like-
in his hands.
Yeah.
So, but it's promising that he was open like that.
Right.
I mean, and I don't know who else he has because is it Lazard? I think he's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
you got
Romeo
Randall Cobb,
Dobbs, he was feeding him
Yeah.
throughout the game.
And
But-
then the tight ends.
Tunyon.
Tanya,
right.
yeah.
Who's the
AJ
other one?
Dillon was basically his receiver too.
Right.
Who's the other tight end they have now?
Do they still have Mercedes Lewis?
I don't know.
No.
They had him for a little while.
Tunyon.
Yeah, he's one of them, but I thought they picked up another solid tight end.
I can tell you in 2 seconds. Hold on.
But it's like I said last week, like I think they're going to do the same thing they did last year.
Yeah.
They come out real slow, and then the second game they just, Rodgers gets pissed and wants revenge. I think he gets his revenge this week, especially against the
Josiah
Bears.
DeGuara.
Yeah, that's not ringing a bell.
Well, he's the tight end, and he had 2 catches for 28 yards. And that's like the only other tight end. Tyler Davis.
Maybe I was seeing something I thought was real, but it really was just fake.
Where are you getting
Get
your
on the Packers. I'm
information
telling you
from?
right now.
All right, Justin, what's your lock of the week?
Chiefs -4 against
Okay.
the Chargers. Locking it in.
All right.
How does that make you feel?
What do you mean?
Like that?
I don't not like
Got
it.
Justin riding it with you?
Yeah, I mean, Justin was the NFL guy last
That's what
year.
I'm saying.
But we got to find out if Justin's the NFL guy this year.
Fair enough.
So to recap, I have Chiefs -4, the over 54.5, Saints +3, Giants -2.5, Lions -2, and my lock of the week are the Colts -4. We were on a lot of dogs last week. We're on a lot of favorites this week.
Okay, I'm on the Chargers +4.5, where some places you look. The Dolphins +3.5, and the Giants -2.5 is my lock of the week.
So what are you calling it, 4 or 4.5? Because if it sits at 4, if we don't say it right now, you're going to be like, well, I could have had 4.5, or you're going to say I did get 4.5. So stake it right now.
I'll
Is it
just
4.5?
take 4, okay?
Okay, you got to live with that decision.
That's what I was going to ask. Do I give this out right now at 3.5, which I got it at?
No,
just,
4.
Yeah, 4. It's at
Okay.
4.
Okay.
If you have a better number, you can take the better
Well,
number.
okay, but I didn't know you want me to get it out as.
But there's 4.5 floating around out there, and y'all are just leaving that half point. Don't need it.
All
you're
right,
saying.
I got him +4.5.
No, you have 4. You can't have 4.5 if he has 4.
Okay.
It's 4.
I'm confident with 4.
Okay.
No, I am too, but come on, let's say 4.5.
Chiefs
It's
will
a
win by
field
12.
goal game.
All right, go ahead.
Thursday night,
Yeah, why,
Chargers
why are you
+3.5.
looking over there?
Against the Chiefs +4.
No, +4.
Sorry.
Quit
Jesus.
fucking around,
Chill the
dude.
fuck out.
Christ.
Lions Commanders over 49.5. Steelers +1.5 against the Pats. And my lock of the week, Packers -9.5 over the Bears with over 42.5.
Okay, Justin.
Thursday night, Chargers and Chiefs over 54. Then I got the Panthers +2.5 against the Giants. And I got the Bengals -7.5 against the Cowboys. Then I'm taking the Commanders and Lions over at 49. And then for my lock of the week, it's going to be the Chiefs -4 against the Chargers.
All righty, that is our NFL picks for NFL Week 2. I feel like it's without question we are the premier NFL podcast right now. So you can't find better numbers across the board from 4 different people. I had the worst week, and I went 3-3. So, and we hit the locks. 4-0, swept the board when it comes to locks. For everybody who has not already subscribed to the YouTube page, Big Easy Bets TV, go give it a subscribe. Go give it a like. And if you don't like listening to podcasts, you can now watch the podcast. Top 3 this week. Top 3 ice cream.
Ice cream novelties?
I don't know what the fuck that meant, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Me neither.
Like,
But yeah, it doesn't have to just be ice cream flavors. I didn't think.
Yeah, it means like little ice cream snacks.
right.
Yes.
Like
yes.
an ice cream sandwich.
I didn't
Yes.
think about the snacks.
Idiot. It can be
No,
just
no.
straight up regular
No, I
ice
have
cream.
snacks, but I forgot one.
I'll just go out and
You
say
know
it.
what I'm talking
I'll
about.
just go out and say it. I don't have dibs on there. If
Okay,
that's
good.
what you're about to say.
No, it's gonna be honorable
Dibs
mention.
is a good one,
No,
but
that
it's
goddamn Marriott,
gay.
that
Oh,
goddamn Marriott in
scarred
Tennessee or
us.
Carolina fucked my life over on
Yep.
dibs.
Yep. I
what'd they
agree.
do?
Well, we were like, oh my God, they have dibs. We're out in the fucking ghetto. Go down there. Apparently the freezer doesn't work, and they've had these dibs for like 20 years.
Yeah.
They were like powder. The ice cream was like non-existent. It was the weirdest experience I've ever had.
I was like, yeah, I'll be right back up. Let me go get us some dibs.
Yeah, Joseph runs
Went
down there.
and we bring up some fucking icicles.
Yeah, I was like, what is
There's
it?
no
I was
chocolate.
about to go down there and like, I was really upset. I was really upset because I was looking forward. The dibs were probably the best thing they had in the entire building.
Yep.
And even after we realized that they were dog shit dibs, they were still the best thing in the entire building. So this hotel was not the best.
Well, we did see old opponent of Iron Mike.
Oh yeah, we ran into a guy who fought Mike Tyson. Bone crusher.
I was like, yeah, I'll buy a poster.
Yeah, comes up and says, hey, everybody, tells us this big story while we're trying to eat our complimentary continental breakfast, which was just microwave waffles, basically. Comes up and tells us this story about how he took Tyson the distance and this and that. And Steve, my uncle, remember, he was like,
You said, holy shit.
yeah, he was like, Bone crusher?
Yeah.
Like, he remembered. They followed Tyson, like, heavy. And then he's like, it got to the point to where he was then asking for money. And it was like, oh.
I didn't even realize it. My dumb ass. Yeah, I'll get a poster. Sure.
Yeah, he thought Joseph
handed them out.
Joseph thought he was giving these posters out. It's like, all right, young man, that'll be $34.99. We're like, oh,
was like,
okay,
what?
goodbye. Carry on. He looked like his bones had been crushed. He was struggling. He had fuckloads of knee surgeries, you could tell.
Yeah.
His entire family looked horrendously depressed and like was not thrilled to hear the story again because he told us the story that you could tell he's rehearsed many of times. That's what happens when you fight Mike Tyson. You get your fucking life ruined, apparently. So Mike Tyson was buying tigers. This guy is staying at the Marriott with us. But okay, anyway. All right, we'll start 3-1. Number 3, just an old school ice cream cookie sandwich. 2 chocolate chip cookies, ice cream in the
The
middle.
Toll House?
Yes.
Or are we going like
M&M.
Any of them are good, not M&M.
You don't like M&Ms?
No, I don't.
the Toll House one's pretty good?
The Toll House is really good, but
It's
this
good.
is my list. It's the third
Okay.
best. Number 2, Bluebell Mardi Gras not cheesecake. Fuck. Bluebell Mardi Gras king cake.
Mm,
If you've never had it,
I have had it,
it's very good.
Never had it.
but Bluebell has so many better flavors.
It's a seasonal. It's very good.
Okay.
What's better? What do you say?
Um,
Cookies and cream,
No,
bride's cake.
My number one.
shit.
Well, okay, we'll get to it. Mardi Gras king cake, Bluebell, very good if you haven't tried it. Number 1, Ben and Jerry's half baked,
Good pick.
undefeated.
Respect.
It's undefeated. You could go cookie 2-step if you want to branch out a little bit,
Respect.
which is still
Okay.
basically the same thing.
Respect.
You don't know what Ben and Jerry's half baked is?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, I know it.
Well, what was
They
that?
got
Well,
Jimmy
Chunky
Fallon on
Monkey's
the
good.
front.
Chunky Monkey.
Yeah, and Cherry Garcia.
Okay.
Justin,
Oh god.
Justin, you like that one?
Dude, half baked is the best. You get the brownie, you get the cookie dough,
What's
you got
the
chocolate,
one with the
vanilla.
cone in it?
I don't know, dude.
Jimmy Fallon's
Americone Dream.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's not better than
the
half
Tonight
baked.
Show. Yeah.
Half baked is
Baked one.
the best one.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
All right.
All right, go ahead. 3-1.
I'm going all ice cream novelties.
Okay, yeah. You,
Respect that.
Number 3, shit. The drumstick.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fucking good
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Bro. You get me a box of 8, I'm eating all 8 of them at
Variety
once.
pack.
Because I'm going to eat one, I'll be like, yeah, that
yeah,
wasn't enough.
the ones
Give
with the
me-
caramel in the center.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
or
all good.
chocolate or
Yeah.
or
I mean, they're all
any of
good.
them.
They're all good, but I mean,
But
Mm-mm, don't.
that's number 3. Number 2, their Snickers ice cream bar.
Respect
And then
again.
number 1 is the strawberry shortcake.
this yes. Okay,
That
that
one's
was
fucking
an
bad.
honorable mention
Yeah.
for me, but you scoff at Mardi Gras king cake and then you put the Snickers ice cream bar, the Twix is better.
What?
Come on.
I agree with
The
that as
Twix
well.
is
But
better.
the Snickers ice cream bar is good too.
Yeah, but
Twix is better. I'm gonna say Twix is
Bluebell
better.
Mardi Gras king cake.
I've
ice
never
cream.
had it.
Yeah, go try it.
Mm.
We're about to hit Mardi Gras
excited.
season in a couple
I'm
months.
not excited for that.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. 3-1.
Okay. Number 3, drumsticks. Especially what? You think we playing this shit?
No, I didn't.
That means
say
that they're well. That means that they're fucking good.
Yeah, I think y'all called each other and said, "Hey, let's get the same number 3."
Number 2 kind of goes on with your half baked, but it's a little bit more specific. The brownie and cookie dough Sonic Blast. Fire.
They don't double them up.
Yes, they do. You add them.
Oh my god.
Look at me. You don't think I've added a couple of things in my fucking Sonic Blast?
You add
Dude, that was for
toppings?
the fast food one.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I thought you
That's
said
true.
anything ice cream.
You're crossing categories. bro.
Anything ice cream.
I
That's
have
a fast
something
food
from
menu item.
A restaurant or a fast food.
What, Justin? What did you say? Huh?
I said I have something
Oh,
from a
man.
restaurant.
Okay, I respect that.
All right, give us your one.
This dude fucking says novelties. You don't
Like,
even
how
know
am I
what it
gonna get?
means.
How am I gonna post a picture of a goddamn Sonic milkshake and specify that it's cookie dough and Oreo or
Then
whatever?
why
the
would
fuck
you say
said.
anything ice
Brownie.
cream?
Just go ahead with number 1.
Yeah. God bless.
Number 1, the best flavor of Bluebell there is. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Classic.
You've got 2 cookie dough fucking ice creams.
So,
You got cookie dough milkshake, and then number 1 is cookie dough ice cream.
brownie and cookie dough
Yeah,
Sonic
just because you
Blast.
add a bunch of fucking
Sausage. What I say, McGriddle?
yeah. What
McGriddle.
what is that? That's
What
a
are you
horrible
talking about?
list.
It's
That's
not a horrible list.
And I love cookie dough. Don't get me wrong. I love
Bluebell, specifically Bluebell.
fucking
Chocolate chip
pick
cookie
one,
dough.
dude.
It is good.
You pick one though.
It is good,
But it's not
that's what
the
you gotta say.
best.
But he's also got cookie dough milkshake and
All
then
right,
cookie dough
Justin.
ice cream.
Brownie and cookie dough.
That's horrible. That's the worst.
What's
list.
your number 3? A sausage McFlurry.
sausage McFlurry?
You fucking freak.
It probably It probably is a McDonald's McFlurry. Let's just be honest.
Well, he said he had a fast food
yeah, let's
place.
just be honest. Go ahead.
Number 3,
Oreo McFlurry.
If
Ben
it's
and
a
Jerry's half baked.
okay.
Number
Okay.
2,
If number 1's a fucking McFlurry, dude. Go ahead.
number 2,
He's shaking.
McDonald's hot fudge sundae.
Hot fudge sundae.
dude, those
you
are
don't
fire,
even pick
too.
the best thing on the menu.
Dude, the hot fudge sundaes are underrated.
good.
I
Oh
respect that.
God.
Number 1, Twix ice cream bar.
Okay.
Respectable.
They are good. They are good. But
I got some honorable mentions.
how do you get a fucking ice cream from McDonald's and not get a McFlurry?
No, definitely.
What are we
Definitely.
talking about, dude?
Definitely.
Okay.
I
And
coulda
you
understood if-
probably love a McFlurry.
No, dude, they're overrated.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Oreo
Okay, but if
McFlurries
we're
are-
talking milkshake from a fast food place, Chick-fil-A's Oreo milkshake is the best.
Yeah.
we go with this shit.
It is.
I've been wanting to try that peach milkshake.
I'm not a huge fan of peach, but it's probably good.
The Bluebell came out with a peachy peach. It wasn't
Peachy
bad,
peach.
but
Do y'all have any honorable mentions?
I like the strawberry shortcake one, definitely. I used to always get that.
What would you do? Come on now. Klondike bars are a staple.
Yeah, if you were fucking plain.
the most
which-
overrated is the Choco Taco.
Yeah, I agree.
It fucking sucks
never had it.
bad.
Well, people made this whole exactly. Like I've had a couple in my life.
They
Like,
all suck.
well, they said they're doing away with them.
Yeah,
and then
good.
people but people went into an uproar and they
Yeah.
brought it back.
Whatever.
I got another honorable mention.
Go ahead.
2 more. Bluebell Dutch chocolate.
You're the most
Incredible.
plain person ever, dude.
And there's nothing wrong with simplicity. Sometimes is one of the most beautiful things in the world.
yeah, sure, whatever. Jesus
Other one?
Christ, Joel Osteen.
Another simple one. Ice cream sandwich.
Yeah,
Neapolitan.
if you want to like
No.
settle for like
What?
Yeah.
Neapolitan.
Instead of just the vanilla, you get vanilla,
No.
chocolate, and strawberry.
see, you're like you had the childhood where it was like, God, I really want some ice cream. Like, I guess I'll eat that, but that'll
No,
get the job
I
done. But I
was
wish
if-
we had something.
No,
else.
I was if the ice cream truck is coming by, I'm not getting the fucking SpongeBob's and this and that. I'm getting the damn ice cream sandwich
You
'cause
get
that's
the
the best thing.
Batman?
Yeah,
The cookie. How do you?
none
Yeah,
of
get the
that.
cookie sandwich.
Ice cream sandwich is good too.
The cookie sandwich is way better. You're getting 2 chocolate chip cookies and ice cream instead of this bullshit fucking thin layer of fake chocolate
No.
bread.
It's not bullshit. Don't disrespect the ice
All
cream
right.
sandwich like that.
My favorite Bluebell is the cookies and milk.
Oh, I forgot about that. That shit is
one
so
is
good.
fucking badass.
That shit is fucking. I'm
never
putting
had
that
it.
over king cake. I'm putting that over king cake. I forgot about that. King cake's really good.
Because you're thinking about how king cake
That
doesn't
cookies
deserve
and
it.
milk is so fucking
Yeah, it
good because
is.
it's not just regular vanilla.
Yeah,
it's
it's
something special in
baked
there.
cookies. Baked chocolate instead of cookie dough, it's baked
Yes.
chocolate chip cookies.
Oh
It's
yes,
so good.
yes. That shit is fire as shit. That is really good. 100%. Way better than just let me get Dutch chocolate. You walk in there, you
See,
got.
that's the problem is you shit on other people's. I don't shit on other people's.
What do you mean?
I don't shit on everybody else's.
You have better picks.
What do you mean?
I
These are
think
good picks.
Milk chocolate's better than Dutch chocolate.
No, I really like the Dutch chocolate.
But you
That's
walk
heavy
in there.
I
and
like the Great Divide, and I'll mix up the vanilla and chocolate, and I'll just fucking make it a little bit creamier.
You make that. Your mom walks in here and then just fucking mad at the
Making
ice
a
cream.
malt.
Yeah. Yeah, you walk in there, there's 85 flavors to choose from, all this good shit, and you're like, let's get chocolate. Like,
Oh, Bluebell
Bluebell.
Bluebell chocolate chip cookie dough. Yes, I'm picking it. There's no doubt about it.
Cookies and milk is so good.
Yeah.
But I need to try that one.
What's
Yes.
what's y'all's favorite flavor of king cakes?
I like cream cheese.
Me too.
A lot of people don't like cream cheese.
What's just the original? No filling, nothing.
It's
Yeah.
just original.
Boring.
That's what I like.
That's what I like.
Yeah, but y'all are
Except
weird like
boring.
that. Yeah.
What's dude? Those are the best things.
There's
the original.
There's a bananas Foster king cake. Fire.
You love bananas.
I gotta
Foster.
stay away from
It's good.
king cake because that's another thing. I'll have a slice, but it never ends at just one.
Oh,
slice.
I could eat an entire king cake.
Yeah, before you know it.
But then they have this one where it was like it's like an Oreo cream cheese filling. Fire. I understand. Like y'all try to or the traditional like it's
Yeah,
got
you've
to be
had
a
some
regular
king
king
cakes.
cake. Oh yeah, I really like king cake a lot. King cake's very good.
And then dibs. I mean, we could throw them in the honorable mention when they're right.
Yeah, if they're fucking
but the crunch bar is good too.
the crunch bar.
Ice
It's
cream?
the same thing, but it's just a bar.
I mean, that'd be another one. Candy bars is a
Yeah.
because you said candy. And
Yeah,
when-
I would go with candy bars like chocolate bars.
yeah, chocolate bars is I think a good topic. That might have to be one coming up.
But yeah, it's just a crunch. It's just like the dibs, but it's a bar with a stick in it.
Oh,
just
yeah,
one big thing.
yeah. It's an ice cream bar with
Yeah,
the
ice
stick.
cream
It's not
crunch
like a
bar.
Twix bar
Yeah.
or anything like that. Yeah, no, those are fucking awesome too. 100%. Yeah, I mean, the McDonald's sundae, dude. I mean, I feel like that though. Yeah, and then
They're good.
that's yeah, they're good. No ice cream's not good, but
Right.
we're talking top 3 of
I know,
all time.
But it's everybody's respective top 3. So I'm okay with that being his top 3.
Yeah, because you're like want to do yoga and shit and try to fucking figure out everything.
What?
You want to solve problems. I'm okay with that. If that's yours, then okay. No, there's way better options.
About world peace, brother.
Yeah, and your fucking O's on cereal. Way better options.
Don't fucking disrespect O's.
All right, episode 124, Big Easy Bets is in the books. Do y'all have anything to say before we go?
Peace be with you, and also with you, and also with you.
He's really been running by the church a lot lately.
Yep. It
Adios, amigos.
didn't pay off last week, so you need to make an extra lap. Well, it did in the NFL, but we got to pick it the fuck up in college. You don't. You
I'm
disagree?
hoping, dude, but there'll be better weeks.
We got to pick it up right now
I know. I'm saying I'm
This
hoping,
week.
but
this week.
believe me, there'll be better weeks.
Okay, you got anything to say before we go?
Adios.
Nope. Good luck.
All right. Huge Saints game this week. We could take a chokehold over the division, getting 3 points at home. We snapped Tom Brady's leg like a twig this week. All right, y'all have a good one. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this pitch a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed. It was good. I liked it.